Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive in the USA on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, alongside the sneaker freak that is Darren Bent. And by jingo, we've got a show for you today, live from the Legends Bar in New York. If you're about, come down and say hello. On today's show, we'll be looking back on a busy old night in the Premier League, which saw Spurs rescue a last-minute point against Newcastle. Plus, we'll be asking if Erling Haaland is the best goal scorer the Premier League's ever seen after he became the latest member of the 100 Club. On top of that, we'll look ahead to another massive night live across the talkSPORT network in the company of some wonderful guests. How about this? We're very excited. USA goalkeeper Matt Freese will be joining us in just a moment. Man versus food star Adam Richmond will also be here. And, of course, new to the talkSPORT family, we've got him to the World Cup. The wonderful Brad Friedel will be alongside us one more time. All that and loads more coming up. Do not go anywhere for the next 3 hours. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and Darren Bent. We are on Drive Time live in the USA from New York. Yes, we are. It's our last show coming to you from New York. The first two shows that we did were both in the studio, yep. Monday and Tuesday.
News Corporation.
News Corporation, but I'm losing track of where we are on what day. But today's Wednesday, and so this is our first show mixing with the public in Legends Bar. If you're about in New York, you want to come down. And then tonight we get on a train and we go to Washington. More about that a bit later on. But Darren Bent, unless you're not watching, he's wearing his spanking brand new tracksuit that he got last night when he played padel.
Yeah, they gifted me it. Thank you, Reverse Paddle.
No, they did.
Reserve Paddle.
They so did. They didn't know you are.
Yeah, they did. They gifted me it. Thank you very much, Reserve Paddle.
It's very Larry, isn't it? You look a bit like Elton John today.
Listen, lovely club. They allowed me to play, and it's a members club.
Yeah.
Obviously, they gifted me the tracksuit.
Why does it say reserve? Because they've heard the show and they know your role.
No, because it's a huge paddle set across the road. But no, listen, enjoyed it. I was having a look around this fantastic establishment that we're in.
Oh, we're going straight into where we are now.
Yeah, no, but this is the.
Oh, okay.
You understand where I'm going with this. So, like, obviously, it's incredible. Like, a lot of legends. And rightly so, obviously. I've somehow managed to nick a shirt in here.
Yeah, your shirt is hanging up, which is extremely cool.
We've been having a battle all week. There's a certain shirt I don't see in it, though.
O'Hara?
No.
Gary Abraham?
He wears 7.
Bex?
Oh, I don't seem to recall a...
They've got a separate room upstairs.
They haven't, mate. What?
It's called the God Room.
Look at a basement.
Why would you say that?
I looked around. I couldn't really see anything.
You're nasty, you are.
Nah, I love him. Shout out, Bex. Legend.
Yeah. We noticed that on yesterday's show. So, we've got loads of big name guests. Should we bring our first one on? Let's not keep him waiting.
Like stars in our eyes.
Yeah.
Stars in our eyes.
Joining us now, we start today's show by having a World Cup chat, and we're delighted to welcome to our studio here at Legends Bar current USA goalkeeper Matt Freese. Matt, how lovely to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me on.
I'll tell you, let's all move up a bit just so people at home can see you on the wide camera. Matt, thanks so much for coming in. You've not been to
No, I haven't.
How far do you live from here?
I live about, let's say, 5 miles, but it took about an hour and a half getting in here with the traffic.
Benji and I went for a little walk this morning, and everyone's bibbing there. I mean, even like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, people are going nuts. But I mean, there's so much traffic all the time.
It's crazy.
Right? Did you get
crazy.
used to it?
I was a mile away, and the GPS said 20 minutes. I knew we were starting at around 11. So I hopped out, I grabbed a city bike, and rode the rest of the way here.
Careful, you don't want to pop those hands.
Yeah. I need some movement. I haven't moved in about 4 days.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining us ahead of the World Cup. We've got the World Cup draw, which is on talkSPORT on Friday, and then, of course, we've got the World Cup coming next summer. How excited are you for you're 27, right?
Yeah, 27.
And you've played a handful of times for the national side, I think 12 or 13, so you're relatively new to international football.
Yep.
For yourself, not just as someone that you hope will be playing, but for someone that lives in America, how big an event is this going to be for you personally?
For me personally, I mean, it's a dream come true situation with, the World Cup being at home. The last time was 30 years ago, and I wasn't even alive back then. So, as a fan of the Federation, as a fan of American soccer, super exciting. And then as a player, it's even more exciting.
How big of a role does Pochettino play? Because we know him really well for his time in England, Southampton, Tottenham. He's obviously taken this job. How have you found working with him, and how big of an influence has he been on your career so far?
Oh, I love working with him. just very experienced, but also he has his own style of managing, and he knows the buttons to press, and he knows what to do to get the best out of every player, and ultimately it's about believing in the process and continuing to grow together as a team.
Your rise to stardom, if you like, that #1 jersey, which you're hoping to make your own, has come relatively quick. At the beginning of the year was the first time you were called up to a camp, right? To a soccer camp, to the American national side, and you've played 12 or 13 games. In such a short space of time now, it's a tough question for you to answer, but do you think if I were to ask the football fans here, they would say that they think you're going to be their #1? I can't ask you if you think, it's a tough question, but do you feel as though you are in the driving seat for that jersey?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it's the manager's decision,
Sure.
and it's up to me every day in training and every match I get to play to show what I have and to be confident, and I am confident. But in the end of the day, it's about what you put on the field.
What is the expectations for USA now? I know that's quite a loaded question because everyone's going to say to win it, but there are a lot of fantastic nations that are in this World Cup. But for you personally, what do you think the aim should be? I know to win it, but where realistically do you think USA can go in this World Cup?
Yeah, I think there's no reason for us not to believe that we can win it. The gaffer kept talking about let's be realistic and do the impossible, and that's the goal. I never once in my entire life step onto a field without having the expectation, the goal of winning, and that wouldn't change next summer.
What's your relationship with the manager like at the moment, and how did that begin? Did you get a phone call from him saying, "I want you in my squad"?
The first one comes through email.
Did you believe it? I think I'm right in saying when Benty got his first call up for the English national side,
I thought someone was having a laugh.
You got a text, was it?
Yeah, it was a text.
And you thought
yeah.
someone was winding you up.
Yeah.
Did you feel the same?
I knew the guy that it came from, so I didn't think it was fake, but it was super exciting. I showed my mom right away.
Oh, wow.
I was with her, and she was, she kind of started crying. She was really excited. But my relationship with Mauricio is fantastic. I can tell he believes in me. I can tell he supports me to continue to grow.
As close we're getting closer now to the World Cup, and I always feel like whenever America puts on an event, it's always bigger and better than anywhere else on the planet. Have you noticed the growth in terms of people getting excited because the World Cup isn't that far away? Yeah,
I mean, I think the growth of soccer in general over the last decade has been tremendous, and it's great to be a part of that. From the playing side as well, from the fandom side, but I think even more so with this summer coming, it's becoming one of the things that you just look across and you see billboards, you see commercials, and it's just kind of like surrounding the entire sports industry here, which is super exciting.
Let me ask you a bit more about you, okay? Why soccer and why goalkeeper?
I'm talking with you guys, so we can call it football. Don't worry.
Yeah. I wonder why you kept saying jersey and all these
phrases. I'm just trying to fit in. I thought I was doing a good job.
I know we're an American pub, but you.
By the way, I've never said jersey in my life, unless I'm in Jersey. Right? Yeah, how did that come about? Why are you a goalkeeper? Why do you play football?
I played every sport growing up, really, and there was kind of one of my role models when I was really young was the goalkeeper for the high school football team. They won the state championship in penalties, and so I kind of always looked up to him, and I tried it out, and it stuck. And as far as when it started, I would say probably I was around 8 or 9, where that dream started to solidify that's what I wanted to do with my life.
Is there as much love in schools and college for football? Sounds weird saying, as there are for other sports, because it is down the pecking order, right?
Yeah, I think within the youth landscape, there's so much participation, and it's grown tremendously. I think what we need to do is, ages, let's say 14 through 20, we need to continue to build that demographic, that age group, to continue to build a sport, more large scale within the country.
You spoke about the difference now in terms of how competitive the MLS is and how good the football is. For your role as a goalkeeper, now we've seen it certainly in our country, the shift in the responsibilities of a goalkeeper. So it's not just about how far you can kick it. You've got to be able to play out with your feet. Have you noticed a drastic change in the MLS when it comes to those sort of tactics? Because I almost feel like it was Pep Guardiola when he came to England that kind of implemented this whole theory and philosophy of goalkeepers being able to play with their feet. Have you noticed a big change over here in terms of the way that goalkeepers are used?
100%. I think the MLS is now at a point where, you can't be a starting goalkeeper in the MLS if you can't play with your feet. And obviously it depends on the tactics and the philosophy of your coach and your manager to see how much you want to do and, implementing different styles. But from a basic level, yes, 100% it's grown. And I think it will continue to grow, which is great for me because I love playing with the ball at my feet.
And I was going to wonder that because I played with some goalkeepers that they would do it because they have to do it, as you said there, but they're not comfortable with it. How were you when they said to you, this is how we're going to play out from the back? At first, were you like, that's fine, or did it take you a little while to kind of adjust?
So I was actually, I played in the field for most of my life. I usually did 50-50, and so, I had all the base and the foundation, but then I played in a system for 4 or 5 years when I first turned professional, where it wasn't really possessing out of the back. And so I didn't lose the touch, but, for the first 6 months in New York, I really had to work to get that back and be able to play, the City Football Group style.
Yeah. We are in Legends Bar in New York. Matt Freese is here, USA's #1. Fingers crossed he'll have that jersey come summer next year. We're building up, of course, to the World Cup draw that's happening live on talkSPORT on Friday. Just quickly, Matt, people that can see that are watching on YouTube will see we are in this wonderful bar, this wonderful pub, and we're surrounded by incredible soccer jerseys, all signed by superstars, and Darren Bent is there as well. Which one for you? You've had a little walk about, right? Are there any here that make you go, wow? And I mean, you've got a Cristiano Ronaldo one behind you. There's a Paul Gascoigne one there. There's a Ronaldinho one.
You'd have to embarrass me and say so. Do you know anyone else? Don't worry about that
one. What ones are jumping off the page for you?
I think the Kaká one is quite cool.
Yeah.
I haven't had too much time to look around. To be fair, we've got a few guys that spend some time in the MLS as well.
Yes.
It's quite cool.
Okay. Well, I've just spoke to the owner. He said whatever one you want, you can have.
That sounds.
How nice is that?
You said there's a Ronaldo run.
Yeah, just behind you. But what he said, he doesn't want to make people jealous. So just put like a bag over it and take it out quickly and run. And if people come after you, it's just they're having a laugh with you. It's fine. You're not stealing it at all. We got you for another 15 minutes. We're honestly honoured that you're part of our show. The fact that we hope and you hope you're going to the World Cup as possibly America's #1 goalkeeper, that's incredible. So really appreciate you being on our show today. We've got some big names coming up as well. Brad Friedel will be joining us. Adam Richmond as well. Man versus food. Apparently there's food coming. I don't know if we've got a food challenge. What you like with eating? Well, I've seen what you like eating. Yeah, of course.
How was your IHOP this morning? All right, nice.
What?
IHOP.
If we can say something else. How's your IHOP? Just hopped off it not too long ago. More from the three of us and a whole gaggle of guests coming up live on Drive and talkSPORT stateside right after this.
So, we are almost ready to go. Ian Danter here in the commentary box. But it is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship. To win the leg. She's got it! Gets it! Double nine! He refuses the handshake.
With them, mommy took a bus trip. Now she got a bust out. Everybody ride her.
We're on Jack.
Jack, you better stop that quickly. You listen to is there naughty words in it? Is there naughty words in it?
No, but just I was thinking.
Okay, just be careful, Jack. You listen to Drive. In the USA, we're live from the Legends Bar in New York on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and our friends at Just Eat. Right now, there are millions of prizes to be won when you order on the app and play Winter Winners. 18 plus terms apply. We are bringing you a week of shows from the USA ahead of the World Cup draw. It's live on talkSPORT. Comes from Washington. It's 2 days away. Me and Bent will be on air straight after that World Cup draw as well to dissect it all. Still to come on our show, we'll be looking back on a crazy night of Premier League action. We saw Erling Haaland become part of the 100 club. When you score your 100th goal, you don't want to tap in. You want to smash into the roof of the net like he did it.
Mine was 2 yards out and it felt the exact same.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you were a bit of a goal hanger. Just quickly, Ipswich snatched... I didn't see this. And last-minute lucky draw against Blackburn in the rearranged game last night following a postponement in September. Disgusting. Should have got 3 points taken away from him. Right, USA and New York City FC #1. Matt Freese is still alongside us. Matt, it says here, sadly, the MLS came to an end for you guys at New York City over the weekend when you run to Inter Miami. All right? I don't want to name the score. Okay, 5-1, you got beat. Lionel Messi's team as well. Firstly, we'll talk about the game in a moment in detail, in not a lot of detail, I should say. But from your perspective, when you're taken to the field as a goalkeeper, and you know the opposition have a player which a lot of people consider to be not just the greatest modern-day player, but the greatest player of all time. For you personally, what is that feeling like?
Yeah, I mean, the feeling doesn't really change. To be honest, the only thing that changes is some tactical adjustments, you know, being aware of the quality that he has. But from a feeling perspective, I don't really care who I'm playing. I want to win no matter what.
Is it one of those there where, and I love that mindset where you're like, I don't care who it is, but I'm guessing when you know you're coming up against Messi's team, is everything else bigger in terms of the cameras that you see maybe at the game, the amount of people that are trying to get to the stadium to watch it? Is there a different feel knowing that you're coming up against, as what Andy said, the greatest player of all time?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a different feel, and there's a lot more there's a lot more cameras, a lot more buzz around the game. But it's super important to just forget about that and remember that you're playing a game. You know, there's gonna be a lot of cameras next summer, for example, and you know, no matter what. When that happens, you just need to focus on the field and performing. You
swap shirts afterwards? Anyone get your shirt?
No, I was straight in the locker room.
Okay. Anyone else come in with me? I've got Messi's shirt. Anyone do that?
No, we did not. Not after.
Okay.
Not after.
Why is that? Is that not something you do here, or because the manner in which you lost?
5-1, yeah.
Yeah, was it because that was such an important game?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to that. I'm not a big fan of exchanging jerseys. Again, when I'm there and I step across the line, I'm there to beat the person across from me. You know, occasionally I'll switch jerseys with a goalkeeper. I'm a big fan of the goalkeeper union and you know, something like that. But other than that, I'm you know, haven't really ever.
It's goalkeeper union. I mean, I know we're not on a different planet. But goalkeeping union's a thing here as well. Because Friedel, he played obviously many a times in the Premier League.
Friedel, you don't even first name check him.
Freeds. And the goalkeeping union in England, they're a weird bunch, like really strange bunch.
Yeah, we're also weird.
Yeah.
We're weird. I know I look pretty normal right now, but I'm putting on a show for you guys.
Well, we
Wait
appreciate
until
that.
Brad and I go talk, and then I'll be weird again.
Look, Brad, look. Wait your turn, Brad Friedel. We'll talk to... Yeah, we can't hear you. Haven't got a mic. What's it like when you see someone? Obviously, Brad's an absolute legend, right?
Absolute
Your perspective,
legend.
what's that like?
I think the coolest thing that he was actually the first national team manager to give me a call up. I don't know if you guys know this.
No, I didn't know that.
Under 19s, February of 2017, got an email from him. And that one I did not know if it was real because I was so new to the national team picture. I didn't know how any of it worked. I still was playing other sports. And got this email and said, "Oh my God!"
Do you think that makes it a little bit more special that you've been picked by a goalkeeper? Because
yeah,
obviously
it's
he
amazing.
knows exactly what he's looking for. It would be like if Benty was playing and the England manager was a former striker. It's not just about you being called up, but you're being called up by someone who totally understands how good a
Not
player
just
you
totally
are.
understands the position, but also he's one of the American
Greats.
the American greats in that position. And
Behind
so,
what? Tim Flower, Guzan.
Tim
See,
Flowers.
Tim Howard, sorry.
But he's someone I grew up watching, and
Yeah,
to
sure.
get that email from him and get that call up and then meet him for the first time was fantastic.
Who is in and around you with that experience then? Who else do you mix with? Who gives you experience of having been to the highest level and played there?
Say that again. Sorry.
Do you speak to Brad on like a daily or weekly basis? Does he coach you? Does he give you ideas?
Yeah, I think the former American goalkeepers kind of look after and mentor the newer ones. And Brad after I think it was the Costa Rica game this summer, for example, sent me a message, and the one thing he said, which is something I totally agreed on, was just put the phone away and get to the next game. You have 2 more games to win.
Brad, of course, came over to England, a huge success with a number of clubs. Wow. From your perspective, is that something that you would like to do one day? Do you consider the Premier League the best league in the world, not just Europe, but would you like to come over to England one day? Yeah,
I think I'm a competitive person, and I want to continue to accomplish things at the highest level, and as opportunities come, it's important that I'm ready for any opportunity.
Who's your team? Do you have an English team?
Who's my team? We are a City Football Group
Man
team,
City.
So
Oh yeah, of course. We've got the shirt at the front.
So funny enough,
it
actually,
looks like a Man City shirt.
Before I came to New York, they were also my team. I love the way they play.
Yeah.
Ederson completely changed the position of goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, I was going to say he's one of those keepers Benty was alluding to earlier that's so good with his feet.
Oh, it's
right?
unbelievable.
But then what about on the flip side, a goalkeeper that is okay with his feet, but Donnarumma? I mean, he must be someone that you look at and go, wow, what a goalkeeper he is.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are top for me, and you can always take the best things from the best goalkeepers, and that's what I try to do, take the best aspect of different goalkeepers and learn from it and mesh it all together.
Sadly, our time with you is up, but literally, we are so pleased that you've come to New York to join us for today's show. We're really honoured that you've come down.
Thank you.
Best of luck for the summer. Where will you be watching the draw? Obviously on Friday.
Times Square.
Okay, you going with the rest of the squad? Is it a big thing or?
A few guys from the squad will be there.
Okay, and then I suppose you can't really book what you're doing next year until we find out whether or not you're going to be.
Yeah.
Well, you will be in the squad.
gonna
We
be in
just
the
hope you're
A
going to be.
lot more work to do. Got to
Of course. Well, listen. Thank you again. What an
Thank you.
And good luck in
you,
the World
guys.
Cup as well.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Wow, what a first guest, and big names coming your way. We're going to be joined again by our mate, former Premier League keeper Brad Friedel, to go through all of last night's action. But first, it's time for No Googling Part 1. There'll be another one in an hour, and then, of course, the last one at 6:30. We want to know who has made the most appearances as a player in World Cup history. It's that simple. Who has made the most appearances as a player in World Cup history? No Googling, you two, or you lot out there. The answer to that and loads more coming up live on Drive Stateside right after this on talkSPORT.
At this rate, Erling Haaland will break Alan Shearer's Premier League goal record if he stays at Man City for another 4 years. Haaland scored 113 fewer games, but Simon Jordan thinks comparisons are unfair.
Shearer only played in a Blackburn side that was for a period of time elite. He played in a brand of football where it wasn't accepted for the top players to be scoring the amount of goals that they seem to be scoring, whether it's Lewandowski, whether it's Harry Kane.
Meanwhile, after Man City almost let a 4-goal lead slip at Fulham, Danny Murphy says Guardiola's side are unlikely to win the league, conceding so many.
It's the way they're playing at the moment. He's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Leeds game, conceded chances, and yesterday they were all over the place defensively.
In the draw for the 2027 Rugby World Cup, Scotland have drawn Ireland again. Portugal and Uruguay complete their group. England are in with Wales, Tonga and Zimbabwe. In Rugby League, Salford Red Devils has been wound up at a specialist companies court over unpaid taxes. Supporters of the 152-year-old team are planning to resurrect the Red Devils as a Phoenix club. And ahead of the second Ashes test tomorrow, the Aussies are being coy over whether captain Pat Cummins is fit to start. But former England coach Paul Farbrace has a message to ease your concerns.
We've got the best England bowling attack we've ever had, plus the unpredictability of the pink ball and the floodlights. This test match comes at the perfect time for England to get back in the series.
More build-up over on the talkSPORT Following On podcast.
Welcome back to Drive live from the US of A. We're in New York in a bar called Legends. If you're about, come down and say hello. I know a lot of you are coming down. Before the break, I asked the question, the first of three, no Googlings. Who's made the most appearances as a player in World Cup history?
Well, I'm going to go obvious.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Ronaldo or Messi.
It's Messi, yeah. Well, Ronaldo's not... Okay, so Messi, 26. Lothar Matthäus, 25. Miroslav Klose, 24.
I knew he'd be on there.
Paolo Maldini, 23. And Cristiano, just 22.
Miroslav Klose, I'm pretty sure he's got the most goals in World Cup history in terms of the World Cup, not the qualifying, the actual
Oh,
World
is he?
Cup. Yeah, he has, yeah. I think he's got 16.
Okay.
And I think Ronaldo, I think he's got 15.
Oh, no, the fellow we're meeting tomorrow, who's coming on our show.
Please.
Oh, no, we'll get him on.
If you I've got Paddy Power.
No, go and ask me.
I'm going to say, if you do see him, what are you going to say to him? Just like, oh, 9.
What's going on with the triangle on your barnet? What was that about?
What, 2006?
I'll get some Goldstein's golden paste on it.
Yeah. Actually, he's got little curls now.
Yeah. Imagine it. Cristiano. Let's do it, man.
What? Who?
Sorry. The other R9. What's his first name, Ronaldo? Is it Ronaldo?
Isn't it Ronaldo Nazarira or something like that?
Is it?
It's something like that, yeah.
Okay, well done. Cristiano's easier. Still to come, we're going to be joined alongside the former Premier League and USA goalkeeper Brad Friedel will be joining us. We love Brad Friedel. Part of our team, by the way, when we have the World Cup next year. Very excited about that. More from Brad, looking back at a busy night of Premier League football last night. But first, it's time for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yes, time now for today's Bet Builder with our friends at Paddy Power. Let's welcome Ben Steele to the show. We're looking forward to tonight in the Premier League as Leeds play Chelsea at Ellen Road. Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks. Sorry, I've not got any international caps or World Cup goals, so I feel like I've been kind of done over this by comparison with the rest of the guests you got this week.
Ben, neither have I, so don't worry about it, okay? Listen, we've got a bit of a delay, so I'll ask you the questions and we'll let you answer and then come back to me. So firstly, can you explain exactly how the Bet Builder works? Remind us of the charity that, fingers crossed, will benefit as well, please.
Yeah, sure. So it's 5 selections, 1 from the 3 of us, 1 from your producer, and then the final pick that is the most backed pick by the Paddy's punters so far. We'll stick that all into a 5-leg bet builder. Hopefully we'll be raising some money for the Attitude Foundation, who do a lot of great work across the country for the LGBTQ community.
Right, it's a 5-leg bet builder. These are our picks. I'll give you the first 2. I've gone for over 2.5 goals, and Benty, you've gone for
Liam Delap to score.
Yeah, look, they're combined quite nicely. Over 2.5 goals has come in 8 of Leeds' last 9 games. The only one that missed out, there was still 2 goals. They lost 2-0 to Burnley, so I think we can expect goals there. And then Delap to score. I kind of quite like this one as well, to be honest. I was considering putting it in myself. He scored last week, his first goal for Chelsea against Barcelona. Looked pretty busy when he came on against Arsenal in that sort of pretty impressive draw when they were down to 10 men. And then I'm kind of assuming that with Caicedo out suspended, Fernandes will drop back, which means that João Pedro will play in the 10 with or Cole Palmer, and Delap will be playing up front there. Looks a good shout.
Next up is producer Joe, who strolled into the hotel this morning at, 8 a.m. with an I Heart New York tattoo on his neck. I don't know why he's done that. Anyway, he's gone for Delap to be booked, and the people have gone for Chelsea to win.
Yeah, look, so Delap to be booked. He's one of 6 Chelsea players to have been sent off so far, and so it doesn't really seem like he's one who shies away from a tackle. He's 13-5 to be carded, which if Joe wants to put that on as a single, he can maybe pay to have that tattoo removed. And then the people have backed Chelsea to win. Look, they're coming off a big performance there, facing a side who've lost their last 4, so fairly understandable that they've backed them. They're just under evens.
He's picking the tattoo. Don't pick it, Joe. Leave it. Needs to heal. The last one is yours, Ben. What have you gone for?
Yes, I've gone for Lucas Nemecha to have 1 shot on target. He scored in the last 3. Doesn't need to score in this game. Just needs to test the keeper and get 1 on target, which is something that he's done in his last 5 games as well.
Okay, all of that means what? Tell us about the Bet Builder Insurance and remind us of, fingers crossed, the charity that will benefit if we get this one right.
Yeah, so that's it's 24-1. Those 5 selections come in there. So if we're lucky, or just over 24-1, sorry. So if we're lucky enough to find a winning bet, that'll be £254 that will be donated to the Attitude Foundation. And a reminder there that the 3 player-specific picks, which is 2 Liam Delap ones and Lucas Nemecha, will be covered by super subs. So if that player comes off, it'll roll on to the guy who's coming on to replace him.
Ben, you're a star. Have a good one. We'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, chat to you in a bit. Cheers. Bye-bye.
There you go, that's Paddy Power's Bet Better for today. Minimum odds 1 to 5 below 80 plus BeGambler.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus BeGamblerAware.org.
Right, time now to look ahead to tonight's Premier League action as we start with Chelsea. They visit Leeds at Ellen Road. It's the game you can hear live on the talkSPORT app. Enzo Maresca's side, they are 6 points behind Arsenal, who are, of course, top of the league. We're delighted to say that joining us to look ahead to that game and chat all things Chelsea is broadcaster Alex Goldberg. Alex, how lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you guys.
Are you good? Are you well?
Yeah, well.
Have you been here? I'm going to ask everyone this question. Have you been to this bar before?
Well, I must say, this is a Chelsea bar, specifically, so I have.
You have been. Chelsea are your side, right?
They are my side.
How rowdy does it get?
Well, it gets really rowdy, honestly. Yeah. I feel like this is a much better, authentic representation of what it's like actually back in England, rather than just some American sports bar.
Okay, that's not. Have you been to England and watched games in pubs?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've done it a lot,
a few months ago.
Okay. Yeah. But it was rowdy then.
Well, I'm guessing that this fixture tonight there must be, because these two have got history, right? Chelsea Leeds. It's
on and off the pitch.
Yeah, fierce rivalry. It goes back to the
70s.
The final, the FA Cup final, when they beat Leeds.
Yeah, I think it's before that. But anyway.
I mean, this is a fixture, though, you must be looking forward to now this rivalry's come back.
Yeah, I was just having this conversation yesterday. The word derby is, I guess, too specific, but it is a rivalry. So whether it's a derby or not, that's not really the point. It's a rivalry. It's always dirty, as Chelsea fans say, dirty Leeds, right? But it's super physical. We just had a super physical one against Arsenal, and I can't imagine this will be any less physical.
Before we talk in more detail about tonight's game, just looking back ever so briefly about the Arsenal game, as a Chelsea fan, what did you take from that maybe told you something a bit more about Chelsea for this season that you perhaps didn't know before the game?
I would say that we faced the best team in the league at the moment, which is Arsenal. We were down a man, and we came away from it feeling like we should have won. Now, I think in the end, a point is fine. It's honestly fine for both clubs. But I think, when you're down a man to Arsenal, especially once they equalized, it kind of felt like, oh, here we go. Arsenal are going to win the game now, right? But, you come away with that, playing a whole half down a man, and you really feel like the game was totally there to win for Chelsea, which is encouraging.
What do you think the expectations then should be for Chelsea? Because you're right. I think after that performance against Arsenal, they've had a number of performances this season where we've gone, Chelsea look like they're going in the right direction. Where do you think realistically Chelsea can finish the season, and what can they achieve?
Honestly, like second, truly second. I think Chelsea can be not too far behind Arsenal. I just think the reason why we're not truly in a title race, I know Enzo Fernandez said, sure, we're in a title race, and I expect no less from a vice captain to say that. Arsenal just don't lose games, so I don't expect...
Don't concede either, right?
Right. I mean, look what happened with City, right? They're up 5-1, and then all of a sudden it's 5-4.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen to Arsenal,
No.
this season at least, right? So, it'll be too tough to win the title. But, you look at City's holes. They're explosive, but they got holes. And all the other clubs have holes. And I think Chelsea right now have a lot more depth than we've had in previous seasons.
When you said second, you look quite happy with that. And there were seasons gone by. I think this is probably maybe the second season where, as an Arsenal fan, Benty and other Arsenal fans would be thinking, OK, we need to win it now. They didn't, of course, last year, but you're in the driving seat. I expect you to win it. With Chelsea, I sort of feel that obviously they've got such a young squad and they're building for the future. Is it too early to win it this season? But do you think you don't have the experience needed, the sort of older head on young shoulders, to compete with Arsenal just about now?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's probably some Chelsea fans watching this that are disappointed in me saying that we can't win it this season. I mean, could we? We could. It's more about me thinking that Arsenal aren't going to drop enough points and they already have a lead on us. We have just incredible core players now, and I think the experience factor does matter. I mean, we do have a lack of experience, but we have good enough players to do it. But, I still remain, when Levi Colwill went down with that injury in the summer, I just felt like that meant, okay, you still got to finish top four for sure, but a title, look at Gabriel and Saliba. They're so important to Arsenal. So, I think we're on our way there. I just want to say, I'm not happy with second overall, right? I don't want to sound like an Arsenal fan from the last 10 plus years to take a little dig at them. But we feel like we're ascending, and we feel like if it's second this season, then it should be first next season.
Who is Chelsea's most important player? I know the obvious one is Cole Palmer, but you've got a number of players, and I think one of them showed himself at the weekend, Reece James.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, right, like you could have shouts for Caicedo because he's tremendous, arguably the best midfielder in the league. Kukure has been unbelievable. Yeah. Look what he did to Yamal. Saka was actually a little bit better against him than Yamal was, but Kukure is phenomenal. So durable, both those guys. Reece, though, I mean, it's a great shout because I think people sometimes forget the caliber of player we're dealing with here. The injuries have obviously clouded it. He's not even playing always at right back these days. He had a masterful performance in the midfield. When we talk about just a complete footballer, Reece James is up there with anybody. But I'd actually like your shout because he's an introvert socially off the pitch, but his leadership now is really coming through big time. And I felt like in that game against Arsenal, even if it wasn't vocal, he almost exuded a confidence that the rest of the team really picked up on. And it was almost like, I got us. So Reece is a shout. I have another rogue shout. I'm not even a massive Robert Sanchez fan, but he's been better this season. But it's also more about the fact that I don't really rate Philip Jorgensen, the backup keeper. Yeah. So when Sanchez went down with that Gyökeres thing at the end of the game, I was like, oh no, this is going to mean Jorgensen might have to come in. So sometimes it's about the drop-off between the starter and the backup.
Yeah.
You're going to stay with us for another 15 minutes, is that right? We're going to talk when we come back about you were with the Chelsea side that won the Club World Cup. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll get your views on
another trophy that they won.
If you count it as a trophy. We'll find out whether or not you do. Right after this, live and drive on talkSPORT. We'll see you in a second.
almost ready to go. Ian Danter here in the commentary box. And it is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship. To win the leg. She's got it! Gets it! Double nine! He refuses the handshake.
Welcome back to Drive in the USA. We are live in the Legends Bar in New York on talkSPORT. If you're about, come down, say hello. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and our friends at Just Eat. There are millions of prizes to be won when you place an order on the app and play Winter Winners. 18+ terms apply. Reminder, of course, we are bringing you a week of shows from the US of A ahead of the World Cup draw in Washington. It's this Friday, of course. It's live on talkSPORT. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to a busy old night of football across the talkSPORT network. Just quickly, sides in Saudi Arabia remain committed to signing Mohamed Salah from Liverpool, and Hamza Shiraz will fight for the vacant WBC super middleweight title after Terence Crawford was stripped of the belt. Did you see that?
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. I mean, at least he was undefeated for a little while.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
We are still...
Oh, sorry, harsh though, isn't it? When you achieve all that...
Well, I mean, you've got... You're either going to have to fight someone or not, and if they suggest WBC
true.
say you need to fight, or
that's the belt as well.
Yeah, that's the one. We're still joined by the broadcaster and big Chelsea fan Alex Goldberg. You were having a look at the shirts behind you. What were you talking to Bentley about? Was he going on about his shirt being on the wall?
No, I was paying attention to this bit here, that cup final.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we got Ronaldinho, Darren Bent, the top of the top.
A sentence no one's ever said before, by the way. You're a big Chelsea fan. We alluded to that before the break, and I mentioned that you were with them for the Club World Cup. Yeah. And then Benty said, oh, another trophy, and I was like, is it? And that's how we went into the break. Do you consider the Club World Cup, as a football fan and a Chelsea fan, is that a big deal? Is that a big thing?
I mean, I really believe it is, and it's not just because I was there and I felt like I was a little bit more in it. The top teams were for the most part there. I know the algorithm as to what teams were there is a little confusing to some fans because it dates back years and years, right? But Manchester City, Bayern, PSG, these clubs were there, and more importantly, the managers were playing their top players. This wasn't some tournament where, like, for the first few rounds, they were just playing the backups, and then maybe if it got serious, they were playing the better players. I mean, this was something that the players took seriously, the managers took seriously. If you spoke to the players, they really did care. Maybe the few first games, right, when you faced, like, LAFC as Chelsea, it was like a little bit like, all right, feels a little bit like a preseason game, but tell the Brazilian fans that traveled for this tournament that it wasn't a real tournament. I mean, the passion was through the roof. So, yeah, I mean, when you shellac PSG in the final too, darn right I'm going to count it. Yeah.
Do you know, that's the thing I think about, because I really enjoyed it. You know that I watched all the games. I love the tournament. Yeah. And I understand some people's reservations about it, but I just think that almost told me, that final, because even though, what was the final score, 4-1?
3-0.
3-0. Yeah. It probably should have been about 7 when you look at the performance of Chelsea. That told me, when they put all of it together and they play well, we're talking about the champions of Europe, PSG, everyone said they're the best team on the planet. When Chelsea and Maresca put a master plan together and they played the way they did, that told me that's what Chelsea can be if they can get consistency.
There was a moment, certainly at the beginning of the season, where you were suffering, some of your top players were suffering injuries. That might have been a result of playing in the summer. Would that be concerned, do you think, going forward?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. It also was happening to PSG as well, who went all the way to the final. Boy, did they have a lot of injuries and still are dealing with some injuries. I think it definitely bit us at the start of the season, but actually, you know, we've come out of it alive, let's say,
true.
right? I mean, we're right there. We've now just endured a period where we faced, you know, big teams. We just faced Arsenal. We just faced Barca without Cole Palmer. So I actually think we'll be better in the long run for it, because it does seem like we're getting healthier. Palmer's coming back. And if anything, we now learn that we're not a one-man army here with Cole Palmer. And I think it's given other guys who aren't the guys confidence that they can fill in and be counted on. Yeah.
Listen, you've got a game coming up again, Leeds tonight. Now, this is a fixture, in my opinion, Chelsea just have to win, because we've seen it before. The Sunderland probably is the prime example of the one where you go, that was the last time you got beat, where you think, how can Sunderland go to Stamford Bridge and win? And they didn't. Fair play to Sunderland, they're having a great season. But I think if Chelsea want to get to where you believe they should be, there's no excuses tonight. You have to go to Leeds and win.
Yeah, and honestly, these are the games that scare me the most, right? When you have Arsenal on the schedule, the players get up for it. It's a young team. They're going to get up for it. Like, we know Chelsea get up for the big games now. But it's the midweek fixture when you have to rotate. Listen, Caicedo's out, so that's a big problem. I doubt Reece James will start, because even though he is a lot more fit these days,
be careful with him.
Yeah, I mean, he just started 3 games last week, and you do have Malo Gusto, and you know, Wesley Fofana will not play. He's on a 1-game-a-week schedule right now, so you're going to rotate. And Leeds are going to view this, because of the rivalry, as we would say here in America, like a Super Bowl for them, where they're just going to go all out. So, you know, I don't want to drop levels, but you have to rotate. So, yeah, it's important.
Your relationship with the players, I should say, quite a few of them, Cole Palmer, Liam Delap, when they won that Club World Cup, there's lots of pictures of you on social media celebrating with them. How's that relationship come about?
I think I have just somehow walked a nice tightrope of being complimentary enough, you know, really showing the fan side and the support, but still at the same time, you know, giving constructive criticism, which I can't help but do. I'm a bit passionate. Yeah. And I don't know. Honestly, I think the more I think about why it's worked out, the less I'll have a relationships with them. So
you're good pals with Declan Rice, is that right?
Perhaps.
Yeah. How'd that come about then?
Again, I really don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
who slid into whose DMs?
Well, do we know what club he supported once upon a time?
Chelsea,
of course.
Yeah.
So, you know, he might have been a Chelsea fan once upon a time. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
You staying with Chelsea fans. You called Liam Delap. Is it Baby Costa?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's a great description.
It is, but it instantly put so much pressure on his shoulders, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I did have a talk with him actually after we won the Club World Cup that night about the fact that off the pitch he is just like a gentle guy, and on the pitch he just turns crazy. And I feel a little bit bad now with the Baby Costa nickname, because there's one thing Diego Costa did that Delap has not done yet.
Score goals.
And score a lot of goals, right? So it's really nice that you can have that maniacal attitude on the pitch and want to get in center backs' heads, but there's 2 issues here so far. And I like Delap, and I do back him to turn it up. Diego Costa did not play in this VAR era.
No.
Diego Costa would have got some red cards had VAR been able to go back and look when he was headbutting center backs. And then 2, obviously, you got to score 20-plus goals for Chelsea fans, for really any fans, but especially Chelsea fans, to say, oh, yeah, we're okay for you to pick up random yellows. Yeah.
I do think it's going to be a lot different for Liam Delap. Obviously, it's a bigger team than if he were playing for Ipswich. And that one season he had with Ipswich in the Premier League, he scored 12 goals. He was the main focal point for them. But Chelsea have got players that can all score goals. Do you think it's going to be more difficult for him to score in that Chelsea side?
Yeah, I mean, I do. The thing with Delap that's interesting is at, you know, Ipswich, he scored in transition all the time, you know, not against settled sides, not against, you know, a parked bus, so to speak. But at the same time, I do believe when Palmer's back in and João Pedro, you know, is feeling himself again, and Esteval has been brilliant, right? I do think like space will open up for Delap as well. He seems to be a very, very motivated character and has a history with Enzo Maresca going back to the City days. So, you know, I do back him to score more and be a bit more efficient, but he's probably not going to score 20 goals in a Chelsea shirt, because there's too many players to, you know, get those goals as well.
To be fair, he's got a history with Cole Palmer as well. I think they were in the same youth team, so I think there are connections there. But in some respects, I understand what you're saying in terms of Ipswich being the main man, but you'd like to think at Chelsea he'll get better service because he's playing with ultimately better players.
Yeah, but if Cole Palmer's got the ball on the edge of the box,
he's intelligent enough, I think, to see the pass first.
Okay. Listen, thanks so much for coming on. A real pleasure. Before I let you go, just tell us a bit about what you're up to. You've got a podcast, is that right?
Yeah, doing a podcast with a guy these days that you might be familiar with, Troy Deeney.
Okay.
Did he turn up for it, did he?
Did he turn up? I'm not saying he's got a reputation.
Let's just put it this way. If Troy's about 20 minutes late to the show, I view that as on time. So
okay,
yeah.
we view it as early.
Fair enough, actually. Yeah, that was too
What's
nice.
it called? Give it a little plug so people.
It's called The Football Exchange. It's on YouTube. We do it about twice a week.
Hopefully.
We usually focus. Yeah, exactly. Tentatively, yeah, twice a week. We usually focus on the Premier League, but with Troy's history, we like to focus on the Championship too, just because probably isn't focused on enough, from the general wide audience, and it's a good league.
Okay, well, listen, good luck with that. If he ever lets you down, Bent is always available. If the Bunsen burner's right.
Oh no, I'll do it for free.
Whoa, no. Come to me and you can get to him. What a pleasure, Alex. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Should we have a round of applause for Alex Goldberg? Should we do that? We should do that.
Sure.
That round of applause tells you it's getting busier and busier and busier. We're in Legends Bar in New York, and if you're about, it's early in the morning for a drink. I know that we're coming up to midday, which is perfect for Benty. If you fancy nipping in for a soft drink or a Guinness or whatever, come down and say hello. We've got 2 hours left of our show. Adam Richmond will be here in the next couple of hours, so we'll be having some fun with a bit of food. I'm guessing the chef is currently making that, and the legend that is Brad Friedel is over there. He's very excited because he'll be standing here when we come back after this ad break. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Welcome back to our number 2 drive in the USA. We're live from the Legends Bar in New York. I say we're live, I mean it's very quiet in here, everyone. See? Give them half a pint of Guinness and they go for it. We are in Legends Bar in New York, as I just alluded to. Come down if you're in the area. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to a busy night of Premier League football. Remember, every single game this week is available on that wonderful talkSPORT app. But now, we're delighted to be joined once again by this goalkeeping superstar.
It's in towards Lampard, right-footed shot, brilliant save by Brad Friedel. It was on the volley from Frank Lampard.
Brad Friedel standing there, he looks like a coiled spring. He saved it with his knees. Spurs are 1-8-7 in the penalty shootout.
Rosicky with the header, and it's palmed over the top by Brad Friedel. Friedel saves again. Quinn gets a shot in, but it's saved by Brad Friedel, and quite remarkably, the American goalkeeper has now saved 2 penalties at Bramall Lane.
Yes, we're delighted to be joined. Let's have a round of applause for the next hour. Former Premier League goalkeeper and US legend Brad Friedel is here. I should point out, if you're watching just before the break on YouTube, you'll notice that the lighting has changed and they've brought the lights lower because apparently it was bouncing off your forehead.
I'm the one that brought up the joke, and look at you taking it.
Oh, did he?
I'll always steal a joke.
Yeah, I came out. See, I've been bald since I was 25. Bring it on. 54 now. No problem.
How lovely to see you again. When did we see you? I've lost track of days and times. Yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. What did you do last night? What did you get up to?
I just had dinner. Actually, I went over to MLS offices. Had a bunch of meetings in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Saw some old friends in New York. Everyone always pops into New York. US Soccer was putting on an event.
Yeah.
Had a meal, went to bed. What do you do until 3 o'clock in the morning?
Joe went and got a tattoo. I Heart New York. You can just see it there coming out of his neck. He got that.
And you just that piercing?
Stuart Pearce.
Yeah. No, but you just the piercing.
I had another piercing.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to see it? We went to Broadway, or on Broadway. We saw James Corden in Art. It's fantastic. Have you seen it?
I have not.
I can get you some tickets if you want to buy them. You want to do that?
I think I'm flying out.
Okay. All right.
No. Very good. Was it good?
It was fantastic. It was.
Meal after?
Yes, we got treated, actually. It was really nice. James.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen.
Well, you had to go at me yesterday for not paying for the meal. Did you pay for the meal?
Hey, honestly,
Hold on,
yeah.
You know what? I'm so glad you brought that up as well. That is him. That.
Sorry.
Well, no, you did. You asked me who paid for the meal. Did you? 2 nights ago? Did you last night?
Quiet,
I'll be honest, I don't like your attitude, Brad. All right? Yeah, I may have done, but it doesn't matter, does it, when talkSPORT are putting their hand in the pocket? Do you want him? There's a sushi bar across the road. I just asked for a bit of sushi. Oh, my goodness. The controversy over the sushi at this time of day.
How was breakfast this morning as well? Nice.
Oh, here we go.
Honestly, there's a theme here, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a theme. Ask them how their lunch was yesterday. I got that one. Right, let's talk about football, shall we? Let's start by talking about one of your former sides, Tottenham. A Christian Romero double. The second one was very bizarre. Was enough for Spurs to salvage a point in what was an entertaining 2-2 draw. What did you make of the performance from both sides, actually? Because the overhead kick, when I was talking to Benty about it, he likened it to Wayne Rooney's against Man City. The fact that he come off his shin like that.
That wasn't me.
Yes, it was. What did you say about the strike?
That it was just like slow.
It was a very bizarre. As a goalkeeper, if something like that gets past you, are you thinking, how on earth has that gone in?
No, you're not happy because there will be people that will blame you. However, with that one, I was just talking to Bente. The Newcastle defender, there was spin on the ball. Newcastle defender went to clear it, and that paused Ramsdale, and then he didn't have enough push off to get it. So I could see how that one went in. There were a couple in the Fulham game that I would probably question a little bit more than that one. I felt a little bit sorry for Ramsdale, but the game. You asked about the game. First half, it was sort of drab. Second half, the last 15, 20 minutes, it became a decent match. I thought the finish, Newcastle's, who was it, the first goal, I think.
Gamera's.
Oh, my God, what a great finish that was into the corner. I thought Vicario had a good game for Tottenham. He came out after getting booed, and I'm sure the Tottenham supporters applauded him. That's what we said yesterday. You asked me what he should do. Do better, and I think he did.
Do you think Spurs showed a lot of character then? Because I think a lot of people would have said, looked at this fixture and thought, after what happened at the weekend, they're not going to win at Newcastle. But to go up there and get a point shows good character.
Character, yes. I still thought they were second best in the game. The first half, not a lot in it, but they were second best. But to get a draw at Newcastle right now, they will be feeling like that was 3 points, and I think Eddie Howe will feel like 2 points dropped.
Well, let's hear from one of the managers. This is the Tottenham boss, Thomas Frank, discussing his side's display.
We can have all the tactics, all the nice little principles and bits of play, but in the end of the day, that's a framework, that's a foundation to stand on, and then you need the players to perform and play to their best abilities, and today many did that.
I suppose when any side gets something, the away side gets something in the game, they're happier than the home side. But Tottenham, they just needed to avoid defeat yesterday, didn't they?
They did, and when it was 0-0 for long periods of the game, I thought this would be great also for Vicario with the abuse in the defence that they got last game. 95th minute equalizer, no matter how it comes, you'd be buzzing in the changing room a little bit, or more, maybe not buzzing, but you'd have a relief, that's for sure, because there are a lot of people out there waiting to pounce on Tottenham falling down the league again. There's a lot of people that are going to want to bring up Ange Postecoglou going, should he have gone, won a trophy. You know, this stops a little bit of that, but they do need to get 3 points on the board very quickly.
We talked about that overhead kick goal, Aaron Ramsdale, of course, the goalkeeper that let that one in. Do we have enough competition for Jordan Pickford for England? Because obviously Ramsdale would be on that list as a potential.
Henderson's a good goalkeeper.
Henderson, another one. Trafford, if he started playing football, that's not going to happen at the moment if he stays at City.
I mean, should there be more competition? The answer is yes. Is there? No. Right now, do you want to start that? No, because you probably want Pickford to go into it full of confidence.
But you don't want competition?
I mean, right now it's a little bit late. We're coming up to January. World Cup's going to be starting. Let Pickford know he's the man and go into it with full confidence. You're not going to want to start a competition right now and sort of unsettle things. Then you go back to Pickford. Let's say you did drop him. Let's say you gave a game to Henderson. Then you go back to Pickford. That could start more problems. What I would say is that after this World Cup, yes, you should start competitions up again. It's for the next 2 years till the Euros, and then ramp it up again until the World Cup starts.
We've had conversations before about how good Jordan Pickford is as England's number one. A lot of it depends on what era you grow up in. I'm a little bit older than Benny. I know, look, young enough to be his son, but I'm a little bit older. I've got a different view to him, so I would have seen a few more England goalkeepers, but we still both think Pickford. Is Pickford your number one, or is it David Seaman? Okay. Where do you rank Jordan Pickford for England goalkeepers?
You think he's the best
No, I think for England, in my generation, he is. Yes.
Oh, just in your generation. Yes. I mean, I think David Seaman was excellent. I mean, listen, I trained with David James every day, and I know he had his moments of madness. That guy was good. He was so
underrated.
Underrated. Well, underrated, but he had his moments
of madness.
Yeah, he did. But his ability, he was excellent. But you go back, I think that the competition stakes when you had like Chris Woods and then David Seaman and Nigel Martin and that era, that was a good era of goalkeeping because there was a lot of competition for places. And I would probably put Seaman up above Pickford. But Pickford is the number one right now.
Who are your three now? If you were picking the England squad to go to the World Cup tomorrow, who would your three be?
Well, I would have Henderson, and I would have Pickford. Pickford obviously, and then after that, I don't know some of the characters of the teams because your number three, you're going to want more of a bubbly character. You're going to want someone that's going to get in there and do finishing with the strikers afterwards. You're going to want somebody that. You have a bad result that's going to lift the place. You're not going to want someone that has doom and gloom. You're also going to want someone as a number three that, if called upon, stranger things have happened, can go in and do a job. So, unfortunately, I'm a lot older than you and a lot older than you, so I don't know.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not a lot older than you.
How old do you think I am, Bradley?
I'm going to say like 44, 45.
We'll be friends for life, you and I. How old do you think Benny is, by the way?
Benny's he's like 40, 41, something like that.
Bang on. There you go.
You shouldn't be happy with that.
But I played with him. I know that.
Someone last night genuinely
Well,
said
how
I was
about
28.
Benty the other day? How old are you? I said 54. What?
Yeah, you
couldn't believe it.
You should have heard what he said to me.
I mean, that's the kindest thing anyone said to me for like 20 years.
He said when you looked away, he went, I thought he was in his 60s. That's what he said.
Well, see, with Benty, I could believe that too. You never know.
But let me ask you then, for the goalkeeping situation, you just said there, the third choice goalkeeper, do you think it's integral that all three are playing every single week? Because I look at someone like James Trafford. He obviously went to Man City thinking he was going to be the number one. Then, unfortunately, in football, these things happen. Donnarumma ends up at Man City. Do you think his chances are zero if he's not playing? Or do you think the third string goalkeeper, there can be a bit of flexibility on it?
Your third string keeper, the third one, all depends on who your first and second are. So if you have experience number one, experience number two, you might want to think about bringing in a young number three to get the experience of being at a World Cup to take over. If you have an experienced number one, but let's say your number two ability-wise is young and inexperienced, your number three will probably want to be a little bit more experienced just in case that number two plays and he crumbles a little bit, you have another experienced guy. So that really has to do with the roster selection.
We're going to move things on in just a moment. Let me ask you this question. When we come back, we're talking about Erling Haaland, okay? Obviously now a member of the 100 Club. Obviously not that difficult to get into. Who is the best? who's the best striker you've ever faced?
Oh, you want me to answer this now?
Yeah,
or the next
if you don't, I'll tell you what, have a think about it.
Yeah, let me think about it because I faced a few.
Excluding Benty, that wouldn't be
He's
fair.
never scored on me, so
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Forget the joke.
Never
I'm
scored.
surprised I brought that up.
We've got the same goal record.
Nah, I need to check this out.
Do you? Okay, that's why he didn't come out last night.
Yeah.
He was on the interweb. Right, we're going to have a quick break. More from the legend that is Brad Friedel right after this, live on Drive on talkSPORT. We'll see you in a sec.
We are almost ready to go. Ian Danter here in the commentary box. It is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship.
To win the leg. She's got it!
Gets it! Double nine! He refuses the handshake.
Welcome back to Drive in the USA. We're live from a very quiet Legends bar in New York. I think you can do better than that. We're live from Legends bar in New York. There you go. On talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Brad Friedel is here, everyone, and our friends at Just Eat the app for all your delivery needs. A reminder, we're bringing you a week of shows from the US of A ahead of that World Cup draw. It's in Washington. It's 2 days away. Me and Bentley will be there. I'm sure you'll be listening to talkSPORT as well. Still to come on our show, we'll be joined by Man vs. Food superstar Adam Richmond. But now it's time to discuss an all-time classic at Craven Cottage from last night. It finished Fulham 4, Man City 5. It was live on talkSPORT 2. Erling Haaland became the quickest player to score 100 goals in the league, achieving this in just 111 games. Madness. City were 5-1 up after Phil Foden scored a double, and Reinders scored as well with Haaland's finish. But Fulham almost pulled off the impossible as they got back into the game at 5-4. Blimey, I think Billy's written me a book here. After the game, the City gaffer Pep Guardiola spoke to talkSPORT's Ian Abrahams and saw the funny side of what was an epic game.
It gets you old.
No. I thought after we have done 10 seasons here, 9 seasons together, I deserve some credit for my players, and they don't respect me. So I told them, don't do it again. Maybe I prefer to. Johan Cruyff said I prefer to win 5-4 than 1-0, right? But I'm not agree with my mentor and my idol, Johan Cruyff. So what can I say? So it's Premier League, you know.
Listen, a great advert for the Premier League. Not so great if you're one of the goalkeepers conceding 5 or even 4. But you and I, we had a little chat over breakfast this morning, and something you said to me was, I just love Premier League football. It was a great advert for the game, wasn't it?
No, it's incredible. And I'm going to say this about Donnarumma because I think he's an excellent goalkeeper. I really do. But sometimes the best goalkeepers in the world want to get off the field, and you could tell your confidence just gets sapped. And those last like 10-15 minutes, you could tell Donnarumma did not want a cross coming in the box. He didn't want another shot. It's just, this happens, and it's not a slight against him. It's happened to every single one of the greats at one stage or another in Premier League football. That game was 5-1. I was watching it. Yeah, it went to 5-2, but then Man City could have been up 6-2, possibly 7-2. And then from that point on, it was like Man City they just stood still the rest of the game, and then it was just one attack after another attack after another attack. And if the game had another 5-10 minutes, we could have seen a goal from each side and had 11 goals and not the 9.
How do you analyse that type of game if you're coach, if you're Marco Silva or Pep Guardiola? Because yes, Guardiola's going to be the happiest because he's got the win, he's got the 3 points. But moving forward, when they come up against maybe tougher tests, you can't score 5 goals away from home and concede 4 and expect to win every single time.
Well, I think for Fulham, he'll be quite pleased with the reaction that they had. I mean, at 5-1 down, Bente, you've been involved in games. You don't want to run anymore. You just want the final whistle. I mean, as a keeper, I'd be standing there just looking, counting it as each 10 minutes went off, and let's just get out of here. This game's lost. For Fulham, they had a great reaction, but every single time one of the wingers got the ball, it looked like they were going to create another chance, which they did, or a half chance. With regards to Man City, even though they got the 3 points, and I'm sure they're happy, and that's the goal. You go out and get the 3 points. But he'll be a little bit more worried at that because they were 5-1 up. And, I mean, it could have gone or should have gone to like the 8s and the 9s, but then it was 5-4 and holding on and clearing one off the line in the 97th minute or whatever it was. But it was a wonderful game of football to watch. It really was.
You ever been involved in a game like that? Where it's just been goals, goals, goals? And if so, can you remember what it was like afterwards? Do you just celebrate the win, or are there question marks about the defending?
We had one when I was at Liverpool. We had, I think it was a 4-3 at Tottenham, and or 3-3, and Ginola scored. Jurgen Klinsmann did, and it was back and forth. But it could have been 7-7. It could have been 8-8. Like, it was one of those games, and it was just end-to-end stuff. This is when Michael Owen was playing, Robbie Fowler, Stephen McManaman, Paul Ince. Wow. We had in Tottenham, that was the Klinsmann Ginola era. And they were all attack, we were all attack, and it was just an incredible advert.
What do you think is more concerning then for Man City? Is it the fact that they nearly let a 5-1 lead slip so quickly, or they conceded 4? If you're the manager, which is top of that list, do you think?
I think it's the conceding bit, because that's a psychological issue that's difficult to get out of your players and teams. Like, that's why I think at the end of the game, with Fulham going in, they lost, but they'll go in with actually a little bit more psychological comfort from the game, knowing that they're losing to possibly the best team in the Premier League right now. Not losing 1-0, they're losing 5-1. And they come back and nearly got a result. So they can take some positives from that.
Yeah.
Before the break, I asked you, there was a reason I was asking. We're going to talk about Erling Haaland, who the best striker you ever faced was. Who is it?
So I was going back, like I played a long time, obviously, and so I could go into like the Batistutas and the Rudy Vollers and guys like that. But like, if I'm going to go to more generation, I would have to say, and I can't really separate these. They were all different, but the 3 best were probably Shearer, Rooney, and Thierry Henry, and Drogba wasn't too far behind. Like, they were magnificent for different reasons. Shearer, his movement in his box, heading capabilities. Henry, his pace, and when he'd get you on the angle and you knew where the shot was going, it was so difficult. And Rooney could be a 9, he could be a 10, he could be a winger, and he was tenacious.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned Alan Shearer, of course, the highest Premier League goal scorer of all time, 260 goals. Erling Haaland's now in that 100 club. It's taken him just 111 games, which is, even saying it, I have to double check I've got that right. 100 goals in 111 games. If he stays playing football in the Premier League, does he overtake Alan Shearer's 260?
If Pep Guardiola stays at Man City and things are similar, yeah, probably, or he gets really close to it. Does Harry Kane ever come back and
Good question.
try to capitalize on his goal tally, because he's exceptional as well. I mean, Haaland yesterday, hit the post in the first half as well. Yeah. Hit the post in the second half. Yeah. There's 2 more, but playing with Man City, he's going to get a lot of chances in a lot of games, so it would be close.
It's consistency for such a long time as well. I think for Shearer, who's here for his whole career, and you think for Haaland, I'm not sure he's going to be here at Man City for the rest of his career. I could see him maybe going to a Barcelona or a Real Madrid. That will be the thing that will stop him. But if he does somehow stay in the Premier League for his whole career from now, I've got no doubts he hit 300 probably.
Shearer had a couple of stops in his career with
injuries.
Knee injuries.
Two, right?
Yeah.
I mean, an ACL one, I remember, but I think he was out twice for decent periods.
Last question, horrible question. You mentioned Wazza, you mentioned Thierry and Shearer, and I've mentioned Erling Haaland. Put them in order for me.
Oh my God.
Do you want to think about it?
No. Okay, I'll probably go Shearer.
This is last or first?
No, Shearer first, Henry second, Rooney third, Haaland fourth. But Haaland's only 4th right now because his career's not done. I haven't seen the finished product yet.
You're not done. You're staying with us, right?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay, good. More from Brad Friedel in just a moment. Also, still to come, we'll be discussing Arsenal as they look to restore their 5-point lead at the top. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT tonight. But time now for No Googling. And this one comes courtesy of an absolute superstar. Hi, it's Andy Goldstein here, of course, of Andy Goldstein's Drive Time Show, alongside James Corden.
Hello.
How are you, James Corden?
I'm very, very well.
We are in your kitchen. You've done well for yourself.
It's not my kitchen.
Nice.
We're in Bar Central, which is on West 46th Street in Manhattan.
That's in New York, in America. And we've got a No Googling question for you, haven't we, James?
We certainly do.
So around the corner, we've got the Empire State Building, which is quite a big building.
No denying that.
And the question is, if you put Alan Brazils on top of each other, how many Alan Brazils would it take before Alan Brazil was bigger than the Empire State Building?
Certainly one way to ask it, yeah.
How would you ask it?
How many Alan Brazils is the Empire State Building?
There you go. So whatever one you want to go with, have a think, and the answer to that is coming up right after this break.
At this rate, Erling Haaland will break Alan Shearer's Premier League goal record if he stays at Man City for another 4 years. Haaland scored 113 fewer games, but Simon Jordan thinks comparisons are unfair.
Shearer only played in a Blackburn side that was for a period of time elite. He played in a brand of football where it wasn't accepted for the top players to be scoring the amount of goals that they seem to be scoring, whether it's Lewandowski, whether it's Harry Kane.
Meanwhile, after Man City almost let a 4-goal lead slip at Fulham, Danny Murphy says Guardiola's side are unlikely to win the league, conceding so many.
It's the way they're playing at the moment. He's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Leeds game, yeah. Look, conceded chances. And yesterday, they were all over the place defensively.
In the draw for the 2027 Rugby World Cup, Scotland have drawn Ireland again. Portugal and Uruguay complete their group. England are in with Wales, Tonga and Zimbabwe. In Rugby League, Salford Red Devils has been wound up at a specialist companies court over unpaid taxes. Supporters of the 152-year-old team are planning to resurrect the Red Devils as a Phoenix club. And ahead of the second Ashes test tomorrow, the Aussies are being coy over whether captain Pat Cummins is fit to start. But former England coach Paul Farbrace has a message to ease your concerns.
We've got the best England bowling attack we've ever had, plus the unpredictability of the pink ball and the floodlights. This test match comes at the perfect time for England to get back in the series.
More build-up over on the talkSPORT Following On podcast.
Welcome back to the Legends Bar in New York. I've just been told the more noise that you make, the more free booze you get, okay? What a surprise that worked.
You buying?
What?
You buying?
Yeah, of course I don't mind buying for our fans, our friends. You got the card on you? Before the break, I asked the question, well, I sort of asked the question via James Corden. Now, if you're watching or listening to the Breakfast Show this morning, you might have thought they played that this morning. They did, but they forgot to play the answer. Here's the answer to the no Googling. Hi, it's Andy Goldstein here with multi-award winner James Corden alongside me. We're in his kitchen here in Manhattan. The question before the break was how many Alan Brazils would it take, head to toe, to get to the top of the Empire State Building?
The answer is 242 Alan Brazils.
If you got it, well done. If you didn't, never mind. There's another one coming up on our show, not our show, on Drive Time on talkSPORT today, live from across the pond. Your favourite show?
Best show on talkSPORT.
13 Grammys.
What?
I don't think it's good when people put recording equipment in front of you when you've had a few drinks, is it?
Where's those 13 Grammys? Wait.
Oh, it was a private joke between me and the rest of the team that were there. You would have known had you bothered to turn up and not play Padel last night. I can't believe...
Reserve Club.
I know, but what do you make of that?
Well, don't you think if he would have won, he would have let us all know if he won?
What, the game of paddle?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not stopped talking about it.
I don't think he won.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on, what?
Did you not win?
Yeah, we won 3-1.
There you go. You're not having it.
I can get evidence if you want.
See how sad's that? I can get evidence from a game of paddle. What are you going to do? Phone your mum up and she's going to come and pick you up from school. Right, still to come, we'll have team news from all of tonight's Premier League games. I keep forgetting it's later on back home. Remember, you can listen to all of those games simply by downloading the talkSPORT app. We can look ahead to some of those games tonight. So let's start with Arsenal. They face Brentford. Go on, Brentford. At the Emirates, the game's live on talkSPORT. Arsenal are looking to restore their 5-point gap at the top, and the gaffer, Mikel Arteta, issued a rallying cry to his supporters in his press conference yesterday.
That's an opportunity tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Everybody, 7:30 p.m. kickoff to be at the Emirates, bouncing and putting energy to win the game. That's the opportunity that we have tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Like animals, everybody at the Emirates to go again and beat Brentford. That's the opportunity.
Yeah, good luck to Arteta. Hope he comes second. Are you expecting him to make changes tonight, Arteta?
Yeah, potentially, but I still expect to go full strength because I think the squad's there now. It was nice to see, obviously, Gyökeres come back and play a few minutes. And listen, whoever Arsenal pick, they're in a really, really good position in terms of being able to rotate the squad, like for like, in terms of who you bring in, who goes out the team. And I think the point against Chelsea, yes, 10 men, you're probably looking at it thinking, oh, it's a 2 points drop. But again, it's another point on the board. It keeps that gap between Chelsea and Arsenal. And they would have looked at this game in mind and thought, Brentford coming up, Brentford, good side, got some good players. Igor Thiago, wow, it's been fantastic. Yeah, but Arsenal, to win the Premier League, have to win games against Brentford at home. There's no excuses. They have to win this game.
Brad, Arsenal could go 8 points clear before City play again. Arsenal play at 12:30. That's at Villa Park, which of course is live on talkSPORT. How important do you think this week could be for Arsenal if they are going to win the Premier League?
Any time from now to the end of the season, anytime Man City plays before them and gets 3 points, it's a big game for them. Doesn't matter who they're playing.
Yep.
Anytime. That's how close this is going to be, because if they draw tonight or lose tonight, then Man City is just gained on them. And then if you go again, and that's the psychological...
It does have an effect, right? I remember when Leicester won the league, and towards the end of it, Leicester always seemed to be playing on the Sunday, and then Spurs on the Monday night, or on the Saturday, and then the Sunday. Spurs were always playing catch-up. That's huge.
I'm going to tell you, when you play in the Europa League and not in the Champions League, and you're in the fight for the top 6, top 4 European places, and you play on a Thursday, your match is always on a Sunday or a Monday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everyone's always played. So it either kills your confidence, or it picks your confidence up depending on the results on the Saturday and Sunday sometimes before you play. And when the teams are right around you and your rivals, and when they win, it puts that added pressure. It's horrible.
I think that's the thing. I think if you were to switch them, I think Man City, who've been there and done it so many times before, went toe-to-toe with Liverpool for so many years, they understand how to kind of utilise that pressure. The only way Arsenal get better is by doing it, winning it, and then eventually they know not so much know what they're doing, but they know how to handle the expectation, handle the pressure. Because I almost feel like Man City, if it was roles reversed and Arsenal are chasing Manchester City, and City play second, I almost feel like Pep and his squad are just like, it's fine. We've been there a million times before. It's not a problem. We know what we need to do. Whereas maybe for Arsenal, the longer it goes on like this and they go closer towards the end of the season and it's in their grasp to win it, is when the nerves will really start to...
Okay, how do you see that game going tonight, both of you, Benny?
4-0.
4-0, okay. You don't think Brentford will score?
No.
You don't, honestly?
You
just talked them up.
Good side, but
you
4-0.
just said Brentford's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant, but no.
I think Arsenal win, but I don't think it'll be as comfortable as 4-0. I think it'll be
clean sheet.
2-1.
Okay. Everyone here think Arsenal win the game? Yeah. Anyone think Brentford win it? Yeah. Oh, you think a draw? Okay.
Any Spurs supporters out there?
Draw. Yeah. Right, let's move on. Talk about the game on talkSPORT 2. It's between your former side, Liverpool, Brad, and your former side, Benny. Sunderland, with the visitors having a super season so far. Let's stay with Sunderland, Brad, because usually when three teams come up from the Championship, they're not everyone's tips to go down, but you know they're going to struggle. Sunderland have just had a wonderful start to life in the Premier League.
I did a program before the Premier League started, and I was asked the question of the promoted teams, who do you think could stay up? And I said Sunderland has done some incredible business. Not only do I think they'll stay up, but I think they'll finish in the top half. They're proving that to be correct, but they've spent some money in doing it, but they're very good, and they've also shown a lot of character. They're getting results late. They're going behind in games, and they're doing really, really well. I think you start to see Leeds and Burnley now struggling a little bit in the Premier League, and that's normal. But I think Sunderland will hit a patch.
Of course.
Without a doubt. But with the start that they've had and the points they have on the board, I think they have enough confidence and enough quality in their squad to stay in the top half. But they've been hasn't really surprised me at all with the business they did. What surprised me more was the business that they did. I didn't think that they would be that bold coming into the Premier League.
Yeah,
fair play to them.
They made some key signings, I think, Sunderland, and also I think you're right, Brad's right, they will have a little blip, but you like to have a blip when you're 6th on 22 points.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're miles away from the relegation zone, so I still think their expectations and their objectives will be stay in the division.
Yeah.
And I understand that because we've seen before, I think it was Blackpool, first half of the season under Ian Holloway, they exploded out the traps, winning game after game after game. Couldn't buy a win in the second half of the season, completely collapsed, went down. I think Sunderland are better than that, but I think what Regis Lebrie's done, not only this season, but last season getting them promoted, I think he's been fantastic. And I think their expectation will be, till they're mathematically safe, their expectation, even now in 6th, will be stay in the division.
Yeah, and then another big night for Liverpool, right?
It's not the opponent you want, really, at Anfield right now. It isn't, because on paper, you're supposed to win, and you should win. You have better players. You have better history. Everything's on your side. But this Sunderland team, they're going to defend. They're going to defend together. They're going to defend well. They're going to be hard to break down. They're going to be hard in the tackle. They're going to be physical, but they're going to be able to counterattack.
Okay.
And that's dangerous.
Who wins that, Brad?
I have to go with my heart. Always do with Liverpool. Liverpool should win. They have more. They have more quality. But again, I don't think it's going to be a 4 or a 5-0. I think very well could be a 2-1, a 3-2 type game.
Close game, but Liverpool win, Benny?
2-2.
Okay. Bit of Desmond.
What do you think?
How do you see it going? Draw. You're just going to say draw with everything, aren't you? Okay. You might be right. You've got 1 in 3 chance.
What do you think?
What do I think Sunderland might win, actually, tonight.
Honestly, you don't believe that.
Yeah, no, I do believe that.
Why?
Well, I think the midfield battle's key.
So now you and I are finished. Now it's just Man United. That's all it is.
Yeah.
No, something to do with that.
Yeah, it's everything to do with that.
Bradley, I'm a pro on air. I remain unbiased. All right? Stop laughing. And I hope the better team wins.
What's the score then going to be?
Sunderland 7-0. Right, let's finally end with another one of Brad's former... Is there a back door to this place? Another one of Brad's former sides, Aston Villa. They travel to Brighton tonight. The game's live on talkSPORT app. Let's hear from the gaffer, Unai Emery. Ahead of the game, he maintained he has full faith in Ollie Watkins to regain his form.
Ollie Watkins, he has my confidence, completely my confidence. He's always doing his task. Maybe he's feeling under his normal confidence, playing matches because he's not scoring, but he's never giving up about his task.
Let me ask you, Darren Bent, a question about strikers. When you're going through a bit of a goal drought and you're not playing particularly well, is it all about just one goal could change all that?
Yeah, just keep getting in the same positions, keep doing the same things, and that's why Unai Emery, his answer there, I'm a bit because he's talking about, oh no, he's doing well, he's working hard, but Unai's not picking him. So clearly Unai's not happy with his performances.
Yeah.
Because he's starting players like Malen, who's done really well, by the way, who's not a natural centre forward, ahead of a natural centre forward. So listen, Watkins, all he can keep doing, he's been fantastic since he got to Villa. Keep getting in the positions, keep scoring goals, because it will come back. He's too good of a player for it to just continue and that's it and fade out.
It needs to come back soon though, right? Because we've got a January transfer window open if he does want to leave, and we've got the World Cup not around the corner, but at the end of the season.
Yeah, but I think Unai Emery will work with him. I don't think he's going to discard him, and you need a squad. And when January comes, you have a lot of games, and they come thick and they come fast. It's really difficult. You never know when you're going to have the week. You know, I haven't looked at their fixture list, but you could be playing Man United, Liverpool, Man City. You know, all in a row, and you're going to need your best players to be able to perform. And like Benti said, he could have a week where he scores 2 goals, and then he's back, and then he's the first name on the team sheet.
To be fair, Villa have got a hard run. They've got Brighton obviously coming up, then they've got Arsenal, then they've got Basel in the Europa, then they've got West Ham away who are picking up, then United, then Chelsea, then Arsenal again.
Tough run. But I sort of feel that every run now in the Premier League is tough for everyone, right? Apart from maybe the bottom 2 or 3, every game's really difficult from 17 upwards.
But I mean, even Wolves right now, I mean, they're pretty much down and out, but not yet. I mean, we all think that they're going to relegate, but if they get 2 wins on the bounce, then all of a sudden they're back into it, and then playing Wolves is going to be difficult.
Okay. What would the score be?
I think draw. I think
draw?
I think 1-1.
Okay, DB.
I think Brighton might get something, you know.
Do you?
Yeah, 2-1 maybe Brighton.
Okay. Anyone think Villa win it?
Seagulls.
Seagull, you going for Brighton? Okay. What are you going for, Mr. Drawman? Draw. Draw. What? What do you think? 1-0 Brighton. All right. Get him a seat.
So the time that I go with the draw, you go against me. The time I go for a draw, you go against me. All right, I'll see you after.
That's your. Oh, blimey. Okay, we'll go to an ad break now.
Just for a pint.
Just for a fight.
Pint.
Oh, pint. Okay. I heard what he said. I just wanted to see his reaction. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. More, hopefully, fingers crossed, from Brad Friedel right after this live on Drive on talkSPORT.
So we are almost ready to go. Ian Danter here in the commentary box. And it is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship.
To win the leg. She's got it! Gets it! Double nine! He refuses the handshake.
Welcome back to the Legends Bar in New York, everyone. You can just do better than that next time. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Brad Friedel's here. Yeah, that's good. And our friends at Justy. All right, calm it, all right? From vouchers to cash prizes to Champions League final tickets, there are millions of prizes to be won when you place your order. 80+ terms and conditions apply. We are bringing you, of course, a week of shows from the USA ahead of the World Cup draw. It's in Washington in 2 days' time. Still to come, by the way, Adam Richmond is here. Should we have a round of applause for Adam? Man versus food. He'll be joining us on the set as well. But before we... Well, it's a set, isn't it? In the corner of the pub. Listen, we are delighted to be joined for not just today, but the last 2 days by former Premier League goalkeeper Brad Friedel. We thought it was only right that we find out a bit more about you, Bradley. So we're going to throw some of your former teammates and managers at you. We just want you to tell us what they would like to play with, what they would like as a person, if you've got any stories. Basically, can you throw them under a bus? Let's start with a player you played the most amount of games with throughout your career.
Oh, don't tell me. Only guess.
Oh, you can see from my mouth, I'm just about to say a letter. No. Yes, that there. You just said it. Who do you think it is, Brad?
Oh, well, now I know who it is.
Well, then.
Yeah, it's
Two guys.
Two guys.
I played with him at Galatasaray and at Blackburn.
Yeah. In fact, I've got the amount of games. Do you know how many games you played with him?
I do not, but I'm gonna
go on.
Let me guess here. So probably 7 years, maybe 8 years.
You know, we're off at 7.
40. Yeah. So 300.
300?
Is that about right?
Did he just tell you?
No.
No, you're miles off. Well, you're not miles off. You're close. 283 Galatasaray Black. That's not a bad guess. What was he like? Was he an underrated player?
He could have played for the biggest of the big clubs. He was mellow. He was calm. He was exceptionally gifted with the ball. Very similar to Luka Modric.
Wow.
I guess if smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day, played till he was 39.
Wow. Okay, that's a bad advert, though.
No,
isn't
it's just out. It's
Did he ever smoke at half-time?
Yeah.
Did he?
At warm-ups, half-time at Fulham, he used to put a cigarette in his sock and then go off.
What?
Afterwards. Yeah.
Did he not burn him?
No, put a cigarette in his sock. Hey! I've been in America, not in the UK.
Actually, I've always wondered this.
Yeah.
Because he's so talented and so good, I'm guessing the managers knew that he was doing this and they just let him get away with it.
No, of course, but he didn't drink any alcohol. So, like, I mean, from his culture,
Yeah,
everybody's...
From a health, like, but it's bad for your lungs, right?
Well, yeah, but for him, like, he passed all the fitness tests. It didn't matter, but he didn't have to run. He always had the ball. He controlled the pace of the game.
Yeah. And he actually had a fag at half-time. What, in the dressing room, or he'd pop out, or what?
No, he'd pop out. He'd every ground. Home and away, he would find a place that he could go.
Okay, was there any managers that came in that went, oh, what's he doing there? And didn't allow him to do it, and then eventually they went, do you know what?
Well, in Turkey, most of the players would smoke. Most of the staff would smoke, so that's irrelevant. But at Blackburn, Mark Hughes played with him and knew what he was like, so that wasn't a problem. Graham Souness signed him, and he signed him from Rangers and knew what he was like because he managed him at Galatasaray, so that wasn't an issue. I'm assuming I never played for Big Sam, but Sam was a man manager, so I assume if two guys can play like he can play, Big Sam was happy, so I don't think that would have...
On to the next one. You mentioned Graham Souness there. He was with you at both Galatasaray and Blackburn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know Graham. He does a lot of stuff for talkSPORT. He looked, when I was a kid growing up as a footballer, he looked quite a scary character.
Graham is. It was a huge influence on my career. If there's one rule with Graham, it was a very simple rule. If you did not take liberties as a professional footballer, if you worked hard, no matter if you were in a starting 11 or anything, he was good to you. And he would always help you out on and off the field. Very compassionate man to people that he liked. If you got on his wrong side, he's as hard as nails and as hard as they come. And he's not a man that you want to cross.
That Graham Souness that I would have seen on the pitch, that was the same one in the dugout, right? Because you and I were talking about Mark Hughes this morning.
Yeah.
And is it a different person as a manager to a player?
Yeah. So, well, but Graham is he's very gentle off the pitch. He's very intellectual. You can have great conversations with him. Nice meal, glass of wine. Very calm. Mark Hughes is a family man, very silent, very quiet, unassuming, and then as a player, he was the pit bull terrier. I mean, he punched me in the face when we played at. He was at Southampton, and I was at Liverpool, so I got one in the chin.
What, deliberately?
Oh yeah. Because I came out, punched a ball, I hit him in the back of the head. He had a little look at the linesman. He went up, and then he hooked it under there because I was just over him. But I didn't fall over or anything like that. And then after the game, he came up. We had a pint in the players' lounge, and that was that.
That's nice of him, isn't it?
Punch him in the face and
Yeah.
have a pint with him?
Yeah, it's nice. That's the way to do it. That's not the way to do it, by the way. Let's talk about another player, one of your old teammates. I say old, Ashley Young.
Well, I'm glad you brought Youngie up in this because he used to give me dog's abuse for how old I was when I was at Villa. And now you see, how old is Youngie now?
74.
41, I think.
Yeah, 40. He's 40 years old. He always told me that he's going to be retired and out of the game by the time he's 31, 32. How do I do it? I can't believe you're coming into training every day. So, Youngie, now that you're playing to your 41, I hope all the young lads are taking the absolute you-know-what out of you every single day.
He seems like the ultimate pro, though. To keep going at that age, that's remarkable, isn't it?
He was a great player. Is a great player. Tremendous striker of the ball. Free kicks. Good range of passing, very versatile, as you saw in his career, and play in the left back, right back. But his best positions, obviously, as one of the wing players, especially on the left-hand side, coming in onto his right foot. Had a great relationship with Gabi Agbonlahor at the time, who was incredibly fast. And James Milner was there, Gareth Barry was there. You came in later. Was Youngie? Had he already gone? He was still there.
I was still there. Young.
So tremendous player, and he was one of those players that made fun of being a good pro, but he was sneakily a really good pro.
He looks like he would have been a great teammate as well.
He is.
You've been a great teammate, not just today, but yesterday as well. Should we have a round of applause for Brad Friedel, everyone? He just whispered in my ear, you lot have been so good, he's going to buy all a pint. How nice is that?
No problem.
What's that, 2? Oh, you mean something else. Brad Friedel, round of applause for the wonderful. Keep your applause going because Adam Richmond will be joining us right after this for the last hour of our show live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Welcome back to Last Hour Drive in the USA, live from the Legends Bar, New York. On talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is still here. Brad Friedel's decided to stay. We just can't get rid of the fella, but he's staying for a reason because our next guest is alongside. They know each other. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Still to come on our show, we'll bring you team news from all of tonight's football. But now a massive week of Premier League action continues tonight, and it's all live across the talkSPORT network.
Arsenal are the most rounded team and probably the best performing team in Europe.
And Thiago has given Brentford a much-deserved lead. Plays it to Minter, the angle is tight. Onto the left foot, he's doing it again! Lost the cross in Marlon with a header, and it's in!
There's still a long, long way to go.
Anthony on the charge, edge of the penalty here. Onto his right foot, fires the shot, deflected, and in! Getty with a curler! Wolves, 13th in a row in the league so far this season without victory.
There's a lot there to build on.
Right for the delivery and headed down and in. Igor Jesus again. Lonto for 2-0. Here comes to Enzo Fernandez. And a first Premier League goal for Alexander Isak. Plays it to the edge of the box. Xhaka deflected and in.
Knowing that Sunderland is a team that beat Chelsea and had a draw against Arsenal, such a difficult team to play against.
Yes, talkSPORT brings you live coverage of Arsenal against Brentford at the Emirates, whilst on talkSPORT 2, Liverpool face Sunderland. Meanwhile, on the app, you can hear Leeds. They face Chelsea. That one kicks off at 8:15. And, of course, the easiest way to stay across it all is by downloading the talkSPORT app, hitting the live games tab so you don't miss a moment. Before all that, we can talk, a bit more about the World Cup heading stateside. And we can do that because we're joined by actor and TV host, the wonderful Adam Richman is here, everyone.
Thank you.
How are you? It's lovely to see you, Adam.
It's lovely to see you guys on my side of the pond.
Yes. Is this part of your neighbourhood? Are you from around here? Or?
No. This has been happening. I'm from Brooklyn and I live in the Bronx. So I got you. I'm from the south and I live in the north. So
is the traffic just here in New York, or is that sort of everywhere
well,
now?
you're in Midtown and you're really close to the Empire State Building and Herald Square. So you're going to get it here. You're going to.
We've
Kind
got
of like
it
Spurs have been getting it all season.
I know.
But yeah.
It's insane. Me and Benty went out for a little walk this morning, and Benty was saying that even like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, you've still got angry drivers just beeping the horn. It's quite a nuts place, right?
You just get angry people in this state all the time, don't you?
I mean, it depends. So you can't say the whole state. The whole state encompasses a lot of beautiful mountains and beautiful beaches.
And angry people.
But in Midtown Manhattan, it's already cold and the economy's not in a great place. Yeah, I mean, from 6 to 10, you got to protect your neck.
Yeah.
Get a bacon, egg, and cheese and keep it pushing.
I'm glad you mentioned food. Firstly, genuinely, I'm a big fan of yours and your show, Man vs. Food.
Cheers,
I've been
mate.
around for 4 years. 2000, you were in it.
We filmed 3 seasons over 2.5 years.
Okay, I thought it was 2008 to 2012. You
No, 2011 we finished,
Okay.
and then we did a weird spin-off called Man vs. Food Nation, where I help coach other people to do challenges.
Do you your fascination? I think it is a fascination with food. Is it still exactly the same now? Because presumably, when you have so much of something, sometimes the last thing you want to do is see more food.
Yeah, no, it was funny. I remember Wayne Rooney said in an interview that he would unwind from a match playing FIFA, and Jack Whitehall said, well, isn't that like Tiger Woods playing video golf or a Scouser playing Grand Theft Auto? At White Hart Lane, and I said, how do you unwind? Because you're around this thing so much. Do you play FIFA, or is it like the gynecologist's wife trying to seduce him, and he's like, honey, if I see one more. The truth of the matter is, I'm
so glad you left that word out, by the way.
I love the language of food, and we were just talking about Istanbul, and I filmed with Beşiktaş Football Club years ago for a food and football show, and what their experience is. I saw Eintracht Frankfurt beat Bayern in Frankfurt, and the way they celebrate in their food. So I still love it. I still love the language that it is.
You two know each other, right? We've kept Brad here because you know each other. You've met before. I think we've got some pictures. I think we've got some pictures of you two. I mean, they'll stick them up there. How does your relationship happen? How do you know each other?
Tottenham.
Yeah, through Tottenham, yeah. Well, and as an American that heard forever, if you ever opine, what's the Yank know about football? And you hear that over and over and over again. And then to go, no. And then to see him on the squad, to see Clint Dempsey join the team, Cameron Carter-Vickers, then you're like, you get a little bit G'd up. Now to see, Tim Ream doing so well, Brendan Aronson doing so well, Serginho Dest playing at Barcelona. But we met, Barclays had done an event, and you guys were playing New York Red Bulls. And I got a chance to meet him and Rafa van der Vaart, Aurelio Gomez, William Gallas. I got to practice my French with him and Benny Asuakoto. So it was kind of groovy.
Is that kind of where the Spurs connection comes from? Because you said there, when you see some of your fellow countrymen playing for a certain club, is that what drew you to Spurs? Because as you said there, so many great American players playing for Spurs.
I actually have "To Dare Is To Do" in Latin tattooed on my wrist.
Wow.
You know what it was? Everyone in America supported Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, or Liverpool. And I guess I wanted to do something different. I fell in love with United first. I admit it. I love Wayne Rooney. Always have, always will. But I loved the...
But then you came to your senses and you're not Man United supporter anymore, right?
It was, believe it or not,
You say that with such conviction as well, don't you?
I love the connection. I love the working class roots in North London. And then I saw the Taxi from Icon game. And yeah, I guess I sort of had a bro crush for Gareth Bale a little bit. And I think between that, Brad playing for the team, them having a history, but not always sort of paying their way to the next level of greatness, like, I don't know, Woolwich, for example, that, there was definitely something to root for.
What, as a Spurs fan then, I think this is always a difficult question to answer. Realistically, what are your expectations before ball's kicked at the beginning of the season? It's not to win the league, right?
I hate that Conte's aphorism has been proven right. At Chelsea, winning is an expectation. At Tottenham, it's a hope. And I don't like feeling that because we have world-class players. We have had world-class players, put on that shirt. And I think that there just has to be a synergy between the mission that they are expected to carry out and the personnel to do it. I don't know what the disconnect is because I haven't played at the highest level like these two gentlemen have. But
for you as a Spurs fan,
I just, as few ulcers and to keep my underwear clean as best as I can, and maybe Richarlison returns to the form at Everton that we saw, and to see Javi Simons have a different form again.
Well, what did you make of last season then? Because it was probably one of the happiest moments you've had in a long time in terms of winning. But your league
You
form
mean
was
the
terrible.
Audi Cup didn't make me happy?
And were you happy to see Ange leave or not?
It was awesome. I sat on my couch and I wept. I mean, nobody thought it, but my friend called it the toilet bowl because you're the two crappiest teams playing one another. I'm happy we won. I am happy we have the cup. Obviously, as a Tottenham supporter, I'm happy we got a European Cup before Woolwich did. But by the same token, that was a pretty poor performance in the league. And I think we have great athletes at a great stadium and a great standard. And, the game's about glory, isn't it?
True.
what do you make of Thomas Frank then? Is he the right man already under a lot of pressure? Called out the fans recently?
Yeah, you're never going to win calling out the fan. What do you make of Spurs right now, bud?
I think last season it got to a point. So I saw I was in Istanbul when they came over and played Galatasaray, and I saw when they lost that game, I think they put a lot of their attention onto the cup from that point on, and really they had a lot of injuries, and Ange wasn't going to change his style of play, and they got into a rut in the league of going down. But then they find themselves winning the cup. That's what the attention went to. When you put your attention so much on one thing, it's hard to then just change it. Even if a new manager comes in, it's hard to change the outlook on that. So and with Daniel Levy leaving now, and there's going to be a new, or he's still at the club, but he's not the chairman anymore. There's going to be another new transfer policy scenario going in, and I think the players are in a little bit of, what are we doing right now? So that's never a good thing for the players to be in, but they're going to have to build it up again and try to get to some stability, kind of like when Mauricio took over, and then they had about 5 years of building the club, and it was really good.
Right, let me ask you then, do you think the team now is better than the team that you played in? Because the team that you played in has some serious football, isn't it?
The first season that I went there was one of the reasons why I chose to go there at my age at 40. We had Ledley King still playing. You had Michael Dawson, Yunus Kabul, Kyle Walker, Benoit Asarikoto. You had Gareth Bale, you had Luka Modric, you had Scotty Parker, you had Manuel Adebayor, you had Aaron Lennon, you had Jermaine Defoe, you had Pavlyuchenko, you had Peter Crouch, you had David Bentley, you had
Rafa van der Vaart.
We do finish in half hour.
No, I'm just saying the squad was brilliant, and then shortly after that you had Jan Vertonghen and Moussa Dembele. And Hugo Lloris came in.
You're forgetting the powerhouses of Stambouli.
Well,
Vincent Janssen.
But it was that. Benty, to answer your question, that first squad was a proper squad.
That would have been a quicker answer. There's lots of live football tonight. I'm only playing with you. When we come back, we'll have team news ahead of another busy night. We'll see you right after this.
almost ready to go. Ian Dancer here in the commentary box. And it is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship.
To win the leg. She's got it! Gets it! Double nine! He refuses the handshake.
Welcome back to Drive Time in the US of A. We're live from Legends by New York. Oh, they're running out, Steve. Legends by New York, come on. As the voice goes. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Adam Richmond is here as well, and our friends at Just Eat. Order the app today, and you could win one of millions of prizes. 18 plus terms apply. A reminder, of course, we'll bring you a week of shows from across the pond ahead of the World Cup draw. It's in Washington this Friday. Me and DB will be on air straight after to have a look back. In fact, still to come, we'll be talking about that World Cup draw in just a moment. But it is a busy night of Premier League football. We can get the team news now from the Emirates. Arsenal welcome Brentford live on talkSPORT. Sam Atlaface has all the details. Sam, good evening.
Very good evening to you, Andy. Yes, Arsenal, who have won 9 of the last 10 here, want to stretch their lead at the top of the Premier League table to 5 points tonight. They can do that with a victory, and they have switched 3 out from the draw with Chelsea on Sunday. Bukayo Saka, Eze and Urian Timber go to the bench. Saliba is still missing. White, Madueke and Ødegaard come in. So this is the 11 that will take on Brentford tonight. Raya, the goalkeeper, the right back is White, Mosquera and Capie and Calafiori, the back 4. Zubimendi and Rice, and then Marino playing as the false 9 with Madueke, Ødegaard and Martinelli in behind him. Brentford have bloodied the noses of Chelsea, United and Liverpool already this season, but those results came at home. 5 changes from the win over Burnley. Henderson, Damsgaard and Thiago, arguably their most creative players, are only on the bench. Kelleher is the goalkeeper. They switch to a back 5. Coyote with that long throw at right wing back. Pinnock, Vandenberg and Aya, the central 3. Rico Henry plays as the left wing back. It's a very robust and strong midfield with Yarmouk, Jensen and Vitaly Janelt added to it. It's his first Premier League start of the campaign for Vitaly Janelt. Ouattara and Sharda are the 2-pronged attack. They've gone for speed on the counter-attack, so they'll look to soak up pressure and try to hit Arsenal with runs in behind. We're underway at 7:30 tonight. It's one of 10 games live on the talkSPORT app.
Thanks, Sam. Elsewhere tonight, Burnley, they face Crystal Palace at Turf Moor. It's live on the talkSPORT app. Mickey Gray has more.
Yeah, Andy, it's 2 changes for Scott Parker's Burnley from their latest defeat to Brentford at the weekend. Twanzebe and Hannibal miss out. In come Ekdal and Jaden Anthony. I think it could be a change in system tonight as well. Dubravka in goal, Walker, Ekdal, Morentino, Esteve and Hartman as a back 5. Cullen, Anthony, Schauner and Foster making up a 4-man midfield with Zian Fleming up front. It's only 1 change for Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace, who narrowly lost out to Man United on Sunday. Lerma comes in for Sarr, who misses out through injury. It's Henderson in goal with a back 5 of Muniz, Richards, Lacroix, Gahey and Mitchell. Kamada and Wharton holding in midfield with Pino and Lerma either side of Mateta. 7:30 kickoff here at Turf Moor. It's Burnley against Crystal Palace.
Thanks, Mickey. Always good to hear from Mickey Gray. Right, to the Amex now. Brighton, they host Aston Villa on the talkSPORT app. Ian Abrahams has the teams. Moose, good evening.
Good evening. Fourth against fifth here. Brighton make 3 changes from the side that won impressively at Forest on Sundays. Out go Ayari, Ruter and Welbeck, who's on the bench. In come Baliba, Gruder and Simas up front. So Verbruggen's in goal. It's Weaver, Van Heck, Dunk and Kalogu across the back. Baliba and Gomez are 2 in midfield. Minte, Gruder and De Kuyper with Simas up front. Villa make 4 changes to the side that beat Wolves 1-0 at Villa Park at the weekend. That's 5 wins in all competitions for them. Out go Dina, Tillemans, Buendia and Marlon. In come Matson and Arna, Gassand and Watkinson. Martinez is in goal. Cash, Conza, Torres and Matson across the back. Kamara and Anana are 2 in midfield. And the 3 of McGinn, Rogers and Gassand just behind Ollie Watkins up front. Should be a good one, this one, at the Amex. It's Brighton against Aston Villa on the app, and we start at 7:30.
It really should be. Thanks for that, Moose. Right, the last game, it kicks off at 7:30. It sees Wolves against Nottingham Forest. Again, that one is live on the talkSPORT app. Adam Bridge has team news. Bridgie, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Wolves still without a win this season. The only team in the top 4 divisions as well not to keep a clean sheet. But performance so much better on Sunday against Aston Villa, so they're an unchanged side tonight. Johnson is in goal. Mosquera, Agbedu and Totti across the back. Chichoa, Gomez and Andre and Wolfert across midfield, with Arias and Bellegarde supporting Strand Larsen, who's up top for Wolves. As for Forest, 1 change from their defeat at the weekend against Brighton. It's Nicolas Dominguez who drops down to the bench. Amari Hutchinson comes into the starting 11 as they look to try and pick up more points. 7 so far from the 5 games under Sean Dyche's leadership. Sells is in goal. It's a back 4 for them of Savona, Milenkovic, Morato and Williams. The 2 in central midfield, Sangare and Anderson. And then Undoy, Gibbs-White and Hutchinson will support Jesus, who is up top. We're underway at 7:30.
Good work as always. Right, we've got about 4 or 5 minutes left. With
No more team news now?
No, that's it. We're done the team news. Do you want any more team news? Yeah, well, tough. We've got 5 minutes with Adam. We didn't really talk about Man versus Food. Do you mind talking about it? I'm sure you get absolutely bored to tears with it. But I've never met you before, and I'm such a big fan of yours on the show. I'm going to ask you the obvious questions because I've not asked you them before. So the challenge you're most proud of, that you sat down and thought, there's no way I'm going to do. No one's ever done it in 400 years, and you did it.
There's a place in Annapolis, Maryland called Chick and Ruth's. It's like a sandwich. Oh, thank you. It's a sandwich.
Can I just say that when you say something a little bit naughty, we dump it, and people miss about 20 seconds.
Is that right?
So don't, because I want to hear more from you. So don't
Got
say
you. So there's a place called Chicken Ruth's in Annapolis, Maryland, and it was I literally thought someone was standing in front of the table, but it was a milkshake the size of a skyscraper and a gigantic sandwich, and that one almost killed me, I think. Like, I remember someone said, you left it all on the battlefield. I'm like, I left some upstairs as well. But yeah, like, it was rough. But that was the one I was proudest of finishing.
Is there any that you really loved and you thought, it just tasted nice, everything was nice about it?
Yeah, 100%. There was one in Alaska called the Kodiak Arrest. My mother hated it. But it wasn't one gigantic thing. It was a big platter of a lot of little things, and everything was fresh and local. So it's Alaska. So the freshest salmon, the freshest crab, reindeer sausage, things like that.
Oh, wow.
So that was like, if I could just chill, even the really spicy ramen, which had the unfortunate name of Special Number 2, like if I could just chill with friends and have a cold beer and watch a ball game, like I would enjoy that normally.
Nice. Spiciest food you've ever eaten?
That was among them. That ramen. I lost one spicy challenge. That was pretty terrible. That Da Bomb hot sauce on Hot Ones.
Da Bomb, I like that.
That's misery. That is literally like, oh, let me pick up some shards of glass and gargle them.
Is it that bad? Is it
the worst? Like licking a star.
Oh,
just
wow.
Terrible.
Best sandwich in New York. Where would I be going for that?
Dude, you're gonna get me killed. There's a lot. I love the pastrami from Katz's. I always go pastrami, corned beef, Russian and slaw. But now Salt Hank has his French dip. That's a legendary one. And I love like a good like chicken parm hero, meatball parm hero from like a good pizzeria and stuff like that. Eisenberg Sandwich Shop, always a classic. This in Brooklyn, New York, the French dip, the double dip beef from Brennan and Carr.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
What's your favorite fast food chain?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I really don't do too much fast food. I do like Taco Bell. I do have a lot of love for Taco Bell. Do appreciate, and I was told that I'm supposed to call it a cheeky Nando's.
Oh, okay.
So I do appreciate Nando's quite a bit. I've done the wing roulette, and easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But I do appreciate that. When I lived in Ireland, I was a big fan of Abba Kebabra back in the day.
Yeah.
There's a few, but I try not. There's so many good independent places. I'd rather give them my money and the love.
Last question. Me and Bentley are coming around your house tonight for dinner. What are you making us?
I'd make you guys my herb-basted steak and oven-roasted rosemary potatoes, and probably like a really bomb chocolate panna cotta for dessert. Something pretty, or like a good New York cheesecake. While you're here, you got to go to a place called Junior's. There's a couple of them just blocks from here. It's the single greatest. The cheesecake is so good, it's proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
Is it that good, is it?
Yeah, let me tell you, I just finished filming a show for 2 months in Italy, eating some of the best food for the third season of the one I did in the UK for Food Network UK. I did Adam Richman Eats Italy. With all these foods and all this whatever, I was like, well, I don't want to go home and eat pizza. I've just had the greatest pizza. I want pasta. I've had the best pasta. But Junior's cheesecake, that is singular, my friend.
Wow.
That is like a Beethoven concerto or like watching Zidane play.
What time's our train?
We will go there. Our train's at 3, but we can send Max out.
It's blocks away, man. It's blocks away.
Thank you so much for coming in. Before I let you go, where can we see what you got coming up?
Absolutely. So, Adam Richman Eats Italy, Food Network UK, and Discovery Plus. And if you're here in the States watching, all my new shows start on History Channel. Food That Built America, Season 7. Oh, my God.
Wow.
The Unbelievable, the one that I do with Dan Aykroyd, is coming back. And Mysteries of the Unexplained, the one I do with Danny Trejo, coming back. And Pro Moves is on YouTube.
It sounds like you're a busy boy.
I do the best I can, but I'm glad I've finally got a chance to meet you both because I've admired the two of you so very much.
Oh, how nice is that? Well, likewise, the feeling's mutual. I'm a big fan of yours, as is Benny, so to have you on our show is our pleasure.
And I apologize for making a less than savory joke about having to hold the microphone close.
No, it's fine. Up until that moment, none of that went out. Put the mic down now.
That's probably the best. That'll be the best interview I've done then.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure's entirely
mine. A round of applause for the wonderful Adam Richman. We're going to have a quick break, more from me and Bentley and the rest of this crazy crew that are here live in the Legends Bar. Come down, we've got 30 minutes to go, and if you are coming down, bring us some cheesecake.
At this rate, Erling Haaland will break Alan Shearer's Premier League goal record if he stays at Man City for another 4 years. Haaland scored 113 fewer games, but Simon Jordan thinks comparisons are unfair.
Shearer only played in a Blackburn side that was for a period of time elite. He played in a brand of football where it wasn't accepted for the top players to be scoring the amount of goals that they seem to be scoring, whether it's Lewandowski, whether it's Harry Kane.
Meanwhile, after Man City almost let a 4-goal lead slip at Fulham, Danny Murphy says Guardiola's side are unlikely to win the league, conceding so many.
It's the way they're playing at the moment. He's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Leeds game, conceded chances, and yesterday they were all over the place defensively.
In the draw for the 2027 Rugby World Cup, Scotland have drawn Ireland again. Portugal and Uruguay complete their group. England are in with Wales, Tonga and Zimbabwe. In Rugby League, Salford Red Devils has been wound up at a specialist companies court over unpaid taxes. Supporters of the 152-year-old team are planning to resurrect the Red Devils as a Phoenix club. And ahead of the second Ashes test tomorrow, the Aussies are being coy over whether captain Pat Cummins is fit to start. But former England coach Paul Farbrace has a message to ease your concerns.
We've got the best England bowling attack we've ever had, plus the unpredictability of the pink ball and the floodlights. This test match comes at the perfect time for England to get back in the series.
More build-up over on the talkSPORT Following On podcast.
Welcome back to Drive on talkSPORT. We're live from the US of A, from the Legends Bar in New York. You can hear they're losing the will to live, aren't they? I'll just get on with it, Goldstein. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. In a moment, we'll say hello to our latest guest. A reminder still to come and have some fun with the end of show quiz. Producer Joe will be up here as well. But now it's time for talkSPORT's preview of the FIFA World Cup 2026 draw, brought to you by our friends at Mercedes-Benz Sprinter Van.
talkSPORT's FIFA World Cup 2026 draw preview, brought to you by the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter Van. Search Sprinter Service B for the current fixed price offer.
Yeah, the draw for next summer's World Cup, of course, takes place this Friday in Washington. Drivers coming to you from the USA every single day this week as we build up to it. In fact, me and Bentley, we're currently obviously in New York tonight. We get our train to Washington, so tomorrow's show will be coming from there. A reminder that on Friday we are on air, me and he, slightly later, 7 p.m, that's UK time, for the World Cup draw after party. Right, staying with that theme, we're joined now by a football writer, host, and analyst as well. I hope I'm going to pronounce your name right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Go on, Andy.
I hope he doesn't.
Here we go. Luis Miguel. Miguel?
Yes.
Yeah? Luis Miguel, how are you?
Echegaray.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Echegaray.
Echegaray.
There you go. Said it better than my wife.
He can't even pronounce his own name correctly. How are you? How lovely to see you.
It's such a pleasure. It's an absolute honor. From now on, you can call me LME. That's how everybody in the States knows.
Oh, that's going to be tough. What do I call you now?
So it's an acronym, Andy. You can do it.
Good.
LME. That's
LME, okay. Fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Why didn't you tell me that 10 minutes ago? When
I
struggling?
did.
Oh, okay.
The producer was like, he wants to make you mad, I think.
No, never listen to producer Joe. It's our pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on our show, because you must be very excited about the draw that's happening on Friday, because it's just, obviously, it's the biggest event in world football, and as hosts, America go into pot 1 as well. So I wouldn't say they've got it. Well, they have got it slightly easier, right? That's the pot you want to go into.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'll preface by saying that, I'm Peruvian. So, we've made 1 World Cup in the last 36 years. I've got my own issues.
I think I know what year that was.
And also, which one?
I think that would have
aside
been...
from the Russia.
Yeah. I'm guessing 1978.
A little bit higher, but that was when...
1978?
Yes, it was.
82?
Very good.
82, okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I'm sure I remember seeing Peru in 78.
No, they were there in 78.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the last one we were...
Oh, the last one. Sorry, okay. Okay. Carry on, sorry.
No, but, so yes, but to your point, I think that USMNT, the United States, one, are very lucky the fact that they're hosts because they're in pot 1, meaning that, they're with Argentina, Spain, France, England. They won't see them in the group stages. But I think regardless of that, the fact that you've got Norway in pot 3 or Colombia, by the way, who they will have a bigger home support than America, I think, in this country, right? Or Morocco, who I think is a dark horse to go far yet again. So, the USMNT are excited. Mauricio Pochettino now finally is beginning to create an identity out of them. They're undefeated in the last 5 matches. They destroyed Uruguay 5-1 in the last game. But, I think there's caution to the wind because, obviously you got to see what happens in the knockout stages.
What are you expecting then from the USA? Because it is going to be a tough World Cup. I do think it favours the teams more so like the South Americans because of the climate and things like that. So what are you expecting from the USA and how far do you think they can go?
Well, the first question to that, Benty, I think also obviously depends on the group, but I think that they have a very good shot at winning their group just because of how the narrative of the World Cup is leading for them. They're not going to face a giant in the group stage. They'll face tough teams for sure. There's Croatia, Senegal, Ghana, a foe. They might even face Italy because if they make it, essentially in the playoffs. I think they can get out of the group. I think they can win it. It's realistic for them to think that. I don't see them going further than the quarterfinals, regardless of the home support, because I think this is the World Cup where many teams, specifically Latin American ones, will feel that they're at home anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think, if they face Mexico in Dallas, that's a Mexican home game.
Yeah.
If they face Argentina in Miami, that's going to be like in Buenos Aires. So to me, it's about how much they can believe in themselves throughout the knockout stages. I see them in the quarterfinals, but hey, anything can happen.
Would that be celebrated? Like, where could they get to, and the whole nation of the United States would go, do you know what? They've had a really, really good World Cup.
Well, let's use 2022 as an example, right? Like they played really well against England in the group stages, and then they gave it their all against the Netherlands, but ultimately it wasn't enough. I think this team coming in now, Mauricio Pochettino is looking at it saying, look at the abundance of European-based players, right? Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, even Handry Wright with Frank Lampard's Coventry City in the Championship. This is a good, solid USMNT and a very deep roster that now has experience in Europe. So I think that they expect to get out of the group, but it all depends on who they face in the knockout stages.
When you came over in the ad break, you had your coat and your scarf on. I went, oh, you're a Villa fan. You had an Aston Villa scarf on.
I'm a lifelong Villa fan, Andy. And this is, I'm sad that Brad Friedel isn't here because I was in heaven at this point. Well, they've got to get rid of this, by the way.
The Fulham shirt
Agreed. I was there, man, when he scored the winner against Man City right in January. It was beautiful.
We need to get rid of that shirt, you're right. For so many reasons. I was going to say, you're friends with Gabby Agbonlahor as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Why?
For my sins, I guess, right?
How did that happen?
Well, it all started with our other friend, right? Nigel Rio-Coker. He connected us, and I used to work for CBS Sports. I had my own show, and we had interviews with players all the time, and Gabby came a couple of times, and we talked about the Villa, and up to that point, he was still the Premier League Villa's all-time scorer. I don't think he wanted another interview after that. But, yeah.
Where was that, down the line or face-to-face?
That was online,
Okay, have you met Gabby
I was doing
before?
it from New York. Yeah, I've met him face-to-face before, and, because every time, because I'm Peruvian, but I'm a real-life Paddington Bear, fellas. I left Peru when I was 11, moved to England, and that's how I became a Villa fan.
What a great story that is.
Yeah.
What are you making of the Villa this season? I know they're in an incredible run at the minute, winning games. What should the expectations be? And Unai Emery, what a job he's done.
Well, I mean, look, I'm going to say this right now without any exaggeration. I think that Unai Emery, I've watched and I follow this club for a very long time, in the Brian Little days, the John Gregory days. To me, Unai Emery is the best manager that Villa has ever had in the Premier League era. He has reached, he has the most home wins in the Premier League.
I don't think you'll get an argument out of any people.
He has the most home wins in the Premier League out of Villa manager, faster than he did it with John Gregory or anybody else. And look what he has done. Let's remember that in the summer, the transfer business was not good. No. We got Evan Guessant, the Ivory Coast winger. That's it. Everybody else was alone.
You lost Jacob Ramsey.
We lost Jacob Ramsey, which was a massive voice in the dressing room, and Harvey Elliott was a great player, but look how that's working out. And also, add to the fact that we didn't know what was going to happen with Dibu Martinez, or Emiliano Martinez. We thought he was going to leave. And look now, we're now in the top 4 in contention to hopefully keep fighting.
What's happening to Ollie Watkins?
Well, Ollie Watkins, I think that one of the things that we need to report about is the fact that he has been playing hurt. He doesn't need surgery, but he has had a knee issue for a long, and you can tell. It is so evident.
Yeah.
Now, let's also remember the last season, in the January transfer window, he was open to leaving for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Arsenal just didn't bite the bullet. So, I wouldn't be surprised if things materialize from January into the future, just because he wants a World Cup spot, right? And he's not scoring. He starts today against Brighton. I'm such a big fan of Ollie Watkins, the Premier League's all-time scorer for Villa. But right now, he's going through some confidence issues for sure.
You very kindly given us your book, Messi Mania.
Yes,
it says Messi Mania, the ultimate story of the world's greatest football star. You signed it for us as well. How nice is that?
Probably no story in yours. There's probably mine.
Oh, you have signed it.
What does yours say?
I think you're better than Benty. Keep that to yourself. I'm sorry.
To Benny, thank you for the memories, especially the winner against City. And remember, you'll always be better than Goldstein.
No, you just ad-libbed on my own.
No, it's there.
I had to do it. I'm glad that Brad left because I only brought 2 copies.
Yeah, okay. Well, he could have bought mine. Tell me a bit about you. You've interviewed Messi, right?
Yes.
You've interviewed Bex as well.
Yes.
How's that for you when you sat opposite the likes of Lionel Messi?
Well, I hope my wife isn't, but it's like my wedding and then interviewing Lionel Messi.
I bet, yeah.
I mean, it was.
Is he a friend of yours?
I mean, I wouldn't call him my friend. I don't think he's friends with anybody aside from maybe Lucho Suarez. He's a very introverted person. But I interviewed him when he arrived in the summer of 2023. It was the night before the League's Cup final. I was just talking to Benty outside before the show that the impact that he had on America that summer was ridiculous. And he only did 2 interviews, one with Apple TV and one with me. So it was just unbelievable.
How'd you get that?
Well,
You've had a relationship
I know the
with
right
him?
people, I guess.
Yeah.
I was working for ESPN at the time, and
Incredible.
ESPN Argentina do a lot with Messi. And luckily, Team Messi said, no, we'll get LME to interview.
And you sat with Beckham as well?
Yes, yeah.
What was that like for you?
That was at the very beginning of the Inter Miami project. And David Beckham is the nicest person, honestly. He is just such a great guy. I know that you love him, Andy.
I do love him.
He's a nice person.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. And
is he world class?
You mean overall? We had this conversation with my family in Christmas time.
Go and find him up.
We were having the discussion with David Beckham.
Yeah.
In the history of football, is he a top 20 player?
We were getting on so well.
No, I'm asking you.
No.
No, the answer is no.
Okay, well, don't put words in my mouth, but it's a difficult one. Probably not.
No, but it's not a difficult one.
Is
It's a
he a
difficult one.
top 50?
Of all time? Yes.
See, I don't think so.
Well, I just wanted to stop you getting to 100.
But you can't deny everything that he has given to not just the country, but also Manchester United and his career. And also, he was, just like Messi, a massive impact for what happened with MLS.
Yeah.
I mean, Messi wouldn't be here if it wasn't for David Beckham's arrival to LA Galaxy.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming down. Thanks for the book. Messi Mania by LME is probably easy to say. It's out now. It's out now, right? In all bookshops,
It is
get it on
out,
Amazon, etc. Let's have a round of applause for our final guest of the day, LME.
So much.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure. Oh, what a pleasure. Oh, just finally, how does meeting Messi and Beckham compare to being with me and Benty on our show?
Oh, no. Are you kidding? This is it.
This is the...
This is it. I've reached it. I'm done.
That's it. It doesn't get any better than that,
No,
does it?
no.
Okay.
I can't do anything more.
Is the right answer.
See, there you go.
That was our preview of Friday's FIFA World Cup 2026 draw, brought to you by the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, celebrating 30 years of opening doors for businesses. For the latest fixed price service offer, search Sprinter Van B now.
talkSPORT's FIFA World Cup 2026 draw preview, brought to you by the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. Got a Sprinter 906? Get a Service B now for a fixed price, expert technicians, and complete peace of mind.
LME is going to leave us in just a moment. We're going to leave you in about 14 minutes' time. We've got to get on a train and get ourselves to Washington. That's where tomorrow's show is. But not before producer Joe joins us for the end of show quiz. I know you're all very excited about that. We'll see you right after this.
So, we are almost ready to go. Ian Dancer here in the commentary box. It is all about whether Dean Saunders can retain the talkSPORT World Championship.
To win the leg. She's got it!
Gets it! Double nine! He refuses the handshake.
Very chaotic scenes here for the last part of our drive time show in America, live from the Legends Bar, New York. Thank you. Yes, it's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and our friends at Just Eat. Right now, there are millions of prizes to be won, from Champions League final tickets to £1,000 in cash when you place an order on the app. 18+ terms apply. A reminder, we're bringing you a week of shows in America ahead of the World Cup draw in Washington on Friday. Following us at 7, Hugh will be hosting live Premier League football. You don't want to do the joke?
Nah.
Why don't you want to do the joke? What's the matter with you?
Because I think we've run out of time.
No, we've always got time for the Hugh
Joe,
joke.
do you mind if I do-
Hugh will be hosting live.
Andy, no, I'm here with you now.
Hey, good. Thanks, man. From the Emirates as Arsenal welcome Brentford. And a reminder, every single Premier League game this week is live on the talkSPORT app. But now, it's time for this.
Step up to the Oki and win on talkSPORT.
Yeah, this week, well, we're a week away, actually, from the talkSPORT Darts Presenter Trophy. This is your chance to be there. You and a mate could be the only members of the public allowed in. That's next Wednesday, December the 10th in London, as 8 of talkSPORT's biggest names, I include me and Benty there, take to the Oki. You could be right there or here with us and rub shoulders with your favourite talkSPORT presenters. The very next day, you'll be heading to the opening day of the PDC World Darts Championship at Ali Pali. 2 nights in a hotel covered and £2,500 in cash as well for your chance to win. Text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 83338. That's WIN to 83338. A text will cost you £2 plus your standard network rate. Or you can call 0343 423 9761. The lines close at 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's where you need to answer your phone if it rings. Don't answer if it doesn't ring. 18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 now. This is a network promotion for full T's and C's. Visit talksport.com. I thank you. Who would like to hear from producer Joe? Jack's already pressed the button. Can we just go, producer Joe? Producer Joe. Producer Joe. Producer Joe. He's going to get beaten. No. How are you, producer Joe?
I'm very well.
What was that like? The wonderful crowd here, our audience chanting your name?
Felt good.
Oh, you're big in the States, haven't you?
I am pretty big. I've
really
already,
big.
So yeah, they know me here.
You look good.
Thanks.
You having fun? We've got a train coming up.
I'm having fun. I'm tired, but we are living the dream here, right?
Oh, are you tired?
Yeah.
Let me get that violin. Where'd you put the violin? No, I can't find it.
Bring it.
Shall we do? Who wants to hear the end of show quiz? You lot are good.
I think you could ask him anything.
Could I ask you anything?
Yeah.
Don't I could.
One person.
I don't know if that was an answer or there's a cow there. Ooh. What are we doing?
We've got a list today.
Okay.
I am looking for the 10 most famous people in the US, according to YouGov.
Donald Trump. Now, book it.
Locking it in.
Lock it in.
That are alive.
These all are alive. I don't know if that's it, but they are all.
Trump.
Donald Trump is number 1. 99% of people in the US know.
Barbara Streisand. I'm joking. Most popular people in America. Any help?
LeBron James.
Who? Michael Jordan. Good work.
No.
No, rubbish work. Get out.
Ron James, no. Hold on. Messi.
They've got to be American.
No, yeah, I think they all are American. Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Is it me? Someone just said me. Is it me?
No Messi.
Am I on the list? Is this how I find out? I'm on the list. Oh my God, you lot.
Cruz, DiCaprio.
Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz
Tom
is
Cruise.
not, but Tom Cruise is.
Donald Trump.
Hey,
Taylor Swift.
One at a time.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is number 4. I heard another one that was correct. I can't remember what you said.
Who?
Trump's been said.
Trump's
Yeah,
won.
Trump's
won. Done, Trump. Why don't you pay attention?
Messi, no, not American.
Got to be American. He's Argentinian. Thank you very much. Just where I'm standing.
Hey. Will Smith.
Will Smith is number 10.
I think Hugh Jackman's Australian as well.
He is Australian.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart is not on the list.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
Did someone say Barack?
Yeah, me,
The Rock,
Barack Obama.
sorry.
Yeah, Barack
no,
Obama.
The Rock is not on the list.
Rock.
Barack Obama is, funnily enough, yeah.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah is not on the
Oprah's
list.
a great call.
Matt Rife.
Who?
Matt Rife.
No,
who?
Comedian though.
Who's he said? Go on.
Go on, have another go.
Is it man or woman left?
I don't know how many are left.
Oh,
We've
right.
got 1, 2, 3,
Give us some clues.
No, sports.
four,
What sport?
5 left.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is not. There's no sports stars.
Elon Musk.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Number 3.
Elon Musk.
He's not.
Elon Musk is on there, number 6.
Well done.
Oh, then is he English? Is he American?
He's American, yeah.
I thought he was Australian.
Bill Gates. Great. Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is not on there.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton is on there. Yeah. Number 8.
He hasn't got a cheer for a long time, has he?
Chris Richards.
Who?
Palace.
Keith Richards.
Actor, actress.
There is an actor at number 2.
DiCaprio.
No, but he is on the list at number
Actor
9.
at number 2. Come on. Tom Cruise.
We've got Cruz.
Tom Cruise is number 5.
Number 5. Denzel. No.
Got one more to get, and that's number 2.
Wahlberg.
Samuel Jackson.
Nope.
De Niro.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert De Niro.
No.
Al Pacino.
No.
Hold on. Action star.
No.
Did you say Mike Freeman?
Morgan Freeman is on there.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Number 2. He's number 3. One more to go.
Come on, we've got 20 seconds.
Tom Hanks.
No. How are you missing this?
Would I like him?
We don't know he's an actor.
Action star.
He's done action, done everything.
The Rock. We've done The Rock.
No.
Right, if you get it right, it's a free drink for everyone. And we're out of time.
Oh, no, don't tell me yet. I need to get it.
We've got to go. We've got to go.
We've got time.
We've got a train to
Quick,
catch.
Timothy Chalamet.
Wait,
What?
it does everything.
What was his name start with?
Give me the initials.
B.
B.
P.
B. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Well done, you did really well there.
Well done. Drinks on the house.
Hey!
Aren't today. Never mind. You've all been wonderful. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much for your support. Very, very kind of you. You can't see, but there's thousands of people. There's 100,000 behind us. You've been great. Thanks for staying with us. We're going to pack up. We're not. We're famous. They do all that stuff. We're going to get on a train. We're going to make our way to Washington, and that's where tomorrow and Friday's shows will be. So make sure you join me and Benny and all our team. Can we have a round of applause for our team? They're all magic people. They are all superstars, a lot of them. Thank you for your time. Stay with talkSPORT. Hugh Wozencroft, don't bother, he's coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.